I've never
Like,
heard that
And
before.
we are live.
I think you're just lying.
All
We're
right,
live right now.
what's up?
Hi, and we're back.
Welcome to the 51st.
This is the 51st
Out of
episode
52.
of the STARBOUND podcast. We are so deep in it right now.
It's crazy.
Wow.
It's actually terrifying.
It is truly an honor to be here.
So, yeah,
Thank you.
introductions.
Oh yeah, let me tell you guys who we have today.
we
I know
just had
last
a, we
episode
just
we
had
had
a special guest
we just
last
had a really
time.
special guest.
And
Now,
now
we
we got
have
special
another
guest.
special guest.
It is the
just as
holidays.
special.
Wild.
It is the holiday season. We get to
You
see
need
our
extra special guests.
exactly.
Exactly. Everybody's in town around the holiday season, so it's only right.
It's only right.
Anyway, this is Emmy.
I'm Emmy.
Our good lovely friend.
And
One of my besties.
should we give,
honestly.
like, the backgrounds? Oh.
Yeah, give him
what's-
like a
what's the
quick,
background?
give him a
what's-
quick
Introduce
rundown.
me.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we should go over how we all met. Wait,
I don't think we all met at very different. This is
Right,
like
it
a
wasn't-
segmented relationship right here.
all right. Well, film class / theater were the main things that brought us together.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
But we met in theater my junior year, your sophomore year.
Yeah.
Right, because it was like theater 1 and advanced acting were in the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
You were in the
And
same
you
class?
were in
Yeah.
advanced acting,
What?
and I was in theater 1. That's what happened.
Wait, in the same
But it was a
classroom?
merged class because like there was only 4 students in
yeah.
advanced acting.
Yeah. So she like treated us like TAs.
But you guys
That's
still
cute.
did, or you did your own projects. You
We did
go
like our
out
own
and,
projects like together, all of us did, but then like we also like worked with you guys.
That was so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Having a merged class.
But
It was fun at the time.
and then I feel like theater / film though is when we officially met. Or
I met Emmy through our film class
I
together.
started
Yeah.
theater. Wait, was film first or second semester?
Second.
Yes, because
Yeah.
lit is film was first.
Yes.
Okay, so I took film class. You kind of knew me from theater, but not that much. And then when film class began, there was a whole situation,
Yeah.
and then we ended up getting to know each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was funny.
That was
yeah.
a good time.
It was just like I don't know.
That was
It's
a
a
great
very
time.
funny because it was very it was petty how we became friends in the sense
Well,
of
not
like
between us, I
not
would
between
say.
us,
Right,
but like
right.
basically like
That's right.
like
I was like-
it was like a friend of a friend was a mutual friend
Dang, you're
between
really
my
putting it on
best
blast right
friend.
here.
No, who's gonna
Blast
know?
it, yeah, put it on blast,
yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah.
But, like,
Alright,
a
alright.
friend
Sneaky
of a
people were in the
friend
building and we
was-
had to sever them
Exactly,
tops.
they were
That's what happened.
ghosting, and I was like, I don't really know Kevin, but like I've seen him in class before, so I like asked another friend for his number and was like, hey,
Wait,
are
wait.
you hanging out with this person?
Oh, right.
And he was like, what did you say? Did
you
you
saw
say
me on
no?
a story or something?
No, I just texted you because like I knew
or
you knew her or
you
something.
knew? No, I
I
feel
think
was-
the other person
it was-
texted him.
No,
I
because-
thought that
okay,
I got
well, like, I feel
posted
like it's
on-
hard to explain this without names.
Names?
Like,
Can we give like an A, B,
I
C,
was
and
gonna
D
A-
person? Like,
alias?
okay.
Alias.
So Broccoli and I were together.
Broccoli? Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Broccoli-
That's a good one. That's a good one. I like
You
that.
get
I like
it?
that.
You
I
get
like
it?
that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay,
All right.
Broccoli and I were together,
Mhm.
and Snake had like
Sounds like Severus
ghosted.
Snake?
Yeah, had ghosted Broccoli, and so Broccoli was like kind of sad.
Okay, so
And
Broccoli
so me and
is
Broccoli
Emmy's
were
tight
hanging out.
homie.
Yeah.
Right.
Broccoli is my tight homie,
And then
and we were hanging out.
okay.
And then we were hanging out kind of because Snake had ghosted her, and I was just like, what the fuck?
Right.
Like, that's fucked up.
Right.
And I was just kind of like righteous on her behalf because she was like really sad.
Broccoli.
And then I guess it must have been either like she had said something
I think it was posted.
where like
I'm pretty
it
sure
was
I was
it must
posted
have
on
been
something.
posted.
Like
it must have only been Snapchat at that time though.
Oh, maybe.
Like,
Oh,
it
that
had
might be.
to have-
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that's
Snapchat
right.
was like
It was the only one
a-
with stories at the time.
That was a thing.
So, like-
Yeah. Dang.
Ew!
You remember that?
Oh, what the
I mean-
fuck?
You got that knowledge.
Yo, that's disgusting.
You have that like.
Yo.
No, is that not common
What
knowledge?
the fuck?
Of,
No, I
like-
just didn't like you.
Why'd
have
you
your
say
dates
it like that?
memorized, 'cause you-
No, just 'cause,
Snapchat
like,
was the only one with stories at the time.
I don't see what the problem with saying it like that.
I think he's just gross. It's like, ugh. He
Yeah,
sound
but
like
that was
I'm 80.
disgusting.
You know what I mean?
I'm sorry.
That was disgusting.
I'm
Anyway,
really
continue.
sorry.
Right. So you texted
anyway,
me randomly, and
yeah.
you were.
I just
you
texted
were,
a completely third
called?
party.
Mysterious.
Just like a friend's.
Yeah.
Who?
You were mysterious. You were like, "Hey, Kevin," and I was like,
yeah,
"Who the fuck?"
exactly.
You be playing the mysterious games.
And then yeah, it's fun. Keep people on their toes. That's what I'm about.
And Snake didn't go to the school.
Snake didn't go to our school.
So it
That's
was
true.
like kind of like a deep cut.
Yeah, but it was like Snake was really good friends with you separately, and then also really
Yes.
good friends with Broccoli separately.
Right.
So then, like, I just texted you. I was just asking you if you were hanging out with her just to see if she had, like... Because it was something where it was, like, she had made some excuse to Broccoli, where she was like, oh, I, like, my mom, like, passed out, and I have to, like, go, like, give her water, or, like, some crazy shit like that. And so then I was just trying to be like,
yeah.
no,
I pulled
she's,
up and
like...
gave her mom water.
Yeah.
What type of water were you giving her?
Oh, take it easy, okay? I was giving, it's only polite. I gave you a water, but you're not drinking it.
I'm sorry. Give me my water to drink, man.
There you go. You definitely need a coaster for that warm water.
The room temperature water. Well, I'll take a sip. But yeah.
Yeah.
So we just became friends in a funny way, and we just started hanging out.
Then
we were in class.
Then we knew each other because of theater and film, like, already.
Right.
And Sean was in film too, and theater too.
Right.
At that time?
We all had that background.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because that was like the beginning of the year, and then you guys, like, not film, but like you guys
That's what I'm saying. Like, we
auditioned
met
for Carol and
first,
right.
but we all became friends around the same time.
Yeah. Well, you guys were friends like for like a long fucking time. Right?
Yeah,
we
but
were friends since,
we
like, third
created
grade.
like a really good friendship system. I think around that same time.
We were very,
Okay.
We figured out our dynamic.
diplomatic with how our friendships worked.
No, I just feel like our dynamic as a trio at this like very
Oh, as a
specific
trio.
As a
time
trio.
I thought-
was perfect.
I
I
thought
did.
you meant
We were
something
like
else.
booling pretty hard.
Because
I did have
I
a
can't
great time
stand the
with y'all.
shit out of Kevin, but then you
Right.
were a nice
Right.
foil to
It
be
was
like,
a nice
all right, I can
buffer.
tolerate
Sean
Kevin
and
because
I-
Emmy's here.
And it's
you
funny
know?
because like you're one of my favorite people to like argue with. Because like
What?
nobody likes to like argue with me as much as you do.
Sean loves
But it's,
arguing.
like,
True.
It's
When
so
I'm
true.
passionate about something, I'll give
And
it.
it's so fun because you're passionate about it. Like other people are just like, whatever. But it's
Right.
like you actually give a fun argument, and I always like because sometimes I'll
I
just like
appreciate it.
disagree with you on stuff just to like push your buttons.
Look at that.
I don't know how to feel about that.
Well, it feels like you always disagree on stuff to push other people's buttons.
I'll admit, I
That's
like
true,
to.
exactly.
Wait. Look, what I like to do is just advocate for the devil. Okay, so like,
Right.
I like to think about all perspectives and then give
Okay.
a perspective people aren't giving.
Okay.
But that's not because like,
Got it.
not because I like to argue. I'm just like, well, let's think about
An omnipresent.
exactly.
What
let's
is that
think about
actual
everything.
saying, like, it's like, oh, on the devil's side. There's like
Like the devil's advocate.
Devil's
the devil's advocate. Oh, you said advocating for the devil.
Yeah.
That's
That
what
was
I
my
confused.
play on
That was
the.
his play on the word.
I was like, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Advocating for the devil.
Devil's advocate.
I just like to advocate for the devil on every now and
It
then.
sounds official.
No, it is fun.
Which I guess it is. Okay, in this case.
No, we have many good arguments and conversations and discussions and fights and agreements.
Yeah.
Actually, we
had,
rarely
we
have
had some
agreements,
great
but-
times.
Chilling, rolling down the pike.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of good times.
Big road.
A lot of good
Big
times.
road.
Big
People
road.
were jelly,
For those
bro.
Who don't know what the pike is.
People were jelly of like us as a
Were they?
yeah.
I don't think so.
I think they were
they're
jealous
just-
of us.
I think that's like you, maybe you.
Yeah, I think
I'm-
Sean.
I was also jealous of us
No,
while we
like-
were in it, but like I also think other people were like, damn, just have a good like relationship.
I think you were walking around and you're like, yeah.
I think like maybe
I
you're
fuck with
okay.
us.
Wait.
I fuck with us. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
I think other people understood that we fucked with each other.
of course,
You know
we
what I
fucked with each other, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we
Yeah.
were. Well, I guess
I mean,
some
I
people
guess-
hang out in
I
groups.
guess
and
I
they
know
don't
what you're
fuck with each
saying.
other,
Like, there's
which is-
definitely like people, certain people
Yeah.
who,
Certain
who like
people.
were like, oh my god, you guys' friend group is like so fun. Like, I should be in it.
Yes,
They're like-
that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
There were some people that were like,
Like-
I want to be in whatever you guys have. And it was-
Right. And
Yeah.
we're like, well, like you could, but
We weren't clicky. I don't think we
No,
were.
I don't know.
weren't
You
clicky.
make it sound like.
I guess
weren't
I am
clicky.
making it sound really bad. But no, like, I mean, bro, we had so many, like, we had so many game night here
We were kicking.
where,
it.
like,
We
people were just
kicking
in
it.
and out. Like,
It's
this
true.
place was like a revolving door. Like, so many people were here all the
Yeah.
time. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's just like a testament to like we have a very, very strong.
Well, that's the thing, right? That's the thing. Like, it might have been like, people were here and there for this or that, but we did gel very well.
We were constant.
Bars.
Yeah.
So I think that's what made it kind of work
We
out.
gelled very, very well.
Which is why I was like, Emmy, we got to get you on the podcast. Because we've
It's only
gotten
right.
some good friends on the podcast at this point, and it wouldn't feel complete without Emmy. I mean,
Not at all.
yeah. I mean,
Not
we
at all.
because we only have so many mutual friends, Sean and I, and you.
You know what?
True.
Is that true?
We only have so many. I mean,
So many.
maybe so many is
Only
actually
so
so
many.
many though.
I don't know. Do we have? I feel like for like, okay, maybe you're right. Actually, maybe you're right. Never mind. You're right. You're right. Because I feel like with other people's like bestie relationships, they're normally in like one circle where like they can maintain that in amongst like other people. But for us, we've always maintained our friendship amongst many different crowds.
But yeah, here's the thing: we also had separate friends too in high school.
That's
Right.
what. Yeah.
So it wasn't just like Sean and I were. So
Yeah, we have many different
interesting.
separate friends. Still having
Yeah.
some friends coming out of the woodworks. Just
Oh,
as
yeah.
recent as Kit Kat the other day.
it was nice to meet her because I haven't I only
It's
knew her in
weird,
middle
yeah.
school, and then she pulled up, and I'm like, oh yeah, you've been friends with Sean, but I haven't seen you since middle school. So then it's like, I mean, it's kind of
so
like
weird.
Broccoli and Snake and me's worlds
Right.
Merging.
Yeah.
Right. No, yeah.
Very
Coming
similar.
back home is just such a weird.
Experience?
Yeah.
It's been
Yeah,
a
how's
while,
it
right?
feel?
You're kind of like, I feel like out of everyone, you're the one that's like home here the least.
I don't know. I would say that about you. What do you think?
Take it at your travels. Yeah, you, dude. What
I
are you
feel like
talking
it's-
about?
Thank you.
No, I come
Yeah.
over pretty much every break. There was one year where I didn't.
Okay, actually,
Only one, though.
it is comparable. It is comparable.
I guess that's
'Cause when I'm here, I'm
but
here for a
do you
while.
Come in the you come in the summer.
I come in the summer for a while, at least a month.
I guess maybe.
I'm here
it
for a
might be
month.
me.
I feel like you're only here for like days.
I'm usually here for
Days.
like a week at least. I mean, Thanksgiving is like different, but I'm usually here for
Thanksgiving
like a
break
week
is
at
short.
I feel like it's a
Every-
week at most.
Okay, like recently it has only been a week at most. But that's also like
I'm gonna
I
let
just
y'all
don't like
argue
being
for a second.
I don't like being at home. But
I
no,
understand.
you're right.
I
I
understand.
haven't come home that much because like I don't know. Coming home is so weird.
And you don't have to,
Like-
honestly.
Like I like seeing you guys, and that's like my favorite part about it.
Oh.
But like now that broccoli's gone,
I-
like
Yeah.
there's no more broccoli
It's
here,
true, yeah.
and that sucks. And I miss her a lot. But and like I almost always miss you. I
We
think
always
that's the
miss each
thing. It's
other.
like this is a very rare occasion that we're overlapping days on our.
Yeah.
When was the
break.
last time y'all saw each other in person?
The last time
Has to
we
be
saw each other
years.
was like
'Cause I saw
Must
you
be
not that long
years.
ago.
like a couple years ago. Cause like I
Oh,
remember because you
years?
met him. You met Max.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did.
the peanut gallery.
Yeah, Max is an omnipresent being. Say hey, Max.
Hey, I'm having fun.
That was a
Yeah, I
god.
like
That was
it.
a,
That was our god. That was our.
That was our Lord and
producer.
Savior.
That was
Yeah.
our producer.
Maximum Maximus.
Because you met him.
I met him.
And he's been here 3 winter breaks.
I feel
now,
like
and 2 summers.
Did I meet him the first time that he came here? Yes? Maybe?
No, because that was in the summer.
Oh,
I
okay.
feel like I've met Max.
So I think
now,
it was
like
the
5,
first
6
winter
times.
break he came.
Yeah,
met
it was
him.
cold.
That's
'Cause I guess I'm here for
'cause,
the
yeah,
most
I
part.
remember it being cold.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's how I remember it.
I just
And,
right because I've been
and-
here for the most part, except for the
yeah.
year in LA. So
yeah, I was
that's
about to
when
say. I
we-
think that's when you were in LA though, because that was my junior year. Yeah.
Didn't we get sushi one time?
I don't eat sushi, so probably.
You don't
not.
eat sushi?
I mean, I like.
Wait, why?
I like, cause I don't like fish.
What?
I know.
Ooh.
Let's talk about it.
I don't know. We can get
You
into
mean
it,
like
man.
you
I'm
like
about to
fish,
get-
so you
Okay,
don't want to eat them?
Here's the thing. No, not
Uh.
even, cause I don't know. I eat a fuck ton of like meat, but like
But if
I don't like the taste, and the thing that's weird is that like I like certain things. Like I'll eat like salmon, and I'll eat like canned tuna.
Cod is a no bueno?
Like I'll eat fried.
Tilapia
Like
is a
I'll
no
eat like
bueno?
fried whitefish.
Oh, like that British shit that they
No,
eat?
like
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
like whitefish is like cod, or like other fish it's like
okay,
whitefish. Like I'll eat that, but like I don't really like fishy taste. So like I've tried a lot of like sashimi or like sushi,
Mm-hmm.
but I just don't like the fishy taste. So and it sucks because like I really want to like it. Like it looks so good.
But, it just
but like I
doesn't
don't like
taste.
it. Like even like mussels, oysters, like
You can't do
shellfish,
that?
not about.
That's
I
what
can't do
shellfish is.
You know
I
what?
know, like we
can
live in
understand.
Maryland with like the crab, and like everyone's
Yeah.
like, oh, so you like the crab, and I'm like,
That's embarrassing.
Yeah, I'm only okay on
Wow.
crab, but I'll crack the crab and I'll eat that, and I'll put the Old Bay on. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I mean, you
That's
probably
what I'll do.
I'll just see, and I like a clam chowder, like a New England
clam
clam chowder.
chowder? Oh, yeah.
So it's like I'm
Actually,
kind of
I
like
never had
picky and
clam
An
choosy.
Ocean City clam
Really?
chowder.
You should get a New England clam chowder.
Okay.
You would like it.
Oh, I was gonna say something,
Yeah.
and then I totally forgot what it was.
That's awesome.
I was going to add that, like, I understand that feeling because I have that for bananas. Where, like, I'm sure bananas are delicious, but I can't stand them.
I thought you were gonna say, I have that feeling for bananas. Like I forgot what a banana was, and then I remembered.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I like bananas. I feel like I go through phases of like I want to eat all the bananas in the world.
I love bananas.
Really?
So like I could never look at a banana.
Me and my brother,
the
we
best.
both. It might be a genetic thing because we can't stand the texture of bananas.
They do have like a weird texture. I'll give you
I like the
that.
flavor and like banana flavored things,
Like, would
and
you
like
get like
if
a
it's mushed
strawberry
up,
banana smoothie?
yeah, if it's mushed up in like a milkshake or something, I'll eat that and like or drink that. But
can-
like a raw, like out the tree banana, no,
Really?
can't do it, man.
Okay, I love bananas and banana flavors and all that jazz. You know, smoothies just have the, like you said, great ingredient. I'll get the banana high protein because bananas are so good for that.
Bananas are good for just like your health.
And so I love bananas.
Do
I
bananas
don't
have to be
like,
like
I don't
seasoned?
like the like artificial banana, like you know, like the Laffy Taffy banana flavor.
Oh, that no. But I'm not a huge fan of Laffy Taffy in general. But if I had to pick, I would pick like the red one.
The red one,
The red one.
the
Yeah.
red
Like
Laffy
the
Taffy.
pink
Cherry
one?
or whatever.
Oh,
Or is it like
I'm not a huge candy man.
Candyman Can?
fair enough. That's a good movie though.
I haven't seen it
I
actually.
thought it was a song.
Either of them, like the old one or the remake.
No.
Hmm.
No,
You'd
no,
like
no,
them.
no, no. I tend to eat horror movies, but I know I should watch more.
Yeah.
I watched a good
I
one
like
with Jay
horror
the other
movies.
day.
You watched what?
There's an Insidious remake. Or it's a sequel. And it's like years after. Yeah.
Is that they come out recently?
Yeah, it came out 2023.
Word.
Yeah.
How have I not heard about
I didn't see it. Probably it's bad.
it?
No, I
Probably
think it might be
has.
Netflix only, low key. Well, no,
Was it
it
bad?
wasn't bad. No, there were some parts that got me. I enjoyed it, but maybe it's because I saw like the first one. But like recently though, and Patrick Wilson is in it. Who you know Patrick Wilson?
Yeah, that's the guy.
Okay,
That's the,
He's the guy whose name I always forget. But then I'm like, he's
He
the
has
guy.
2 first names. How can you forget it?
Patrick
Patrick
Wilson.
Wilson.
Because I'm like, is it Wilson Patrick or Patrick Wilson? That's why I get so confused.
You're like, fuck, it's just 2 first names.
Exactly.
Patrick and Patrick Wilson.
Anyway, he's the guy
Patrick.
like, in The Conjuring who's like the investigator dude. He's the guy in Insidious who's like the father. And then he's the guy
Is this the same character?
in Phantom, in the Phantom of the Opera movie, he plays Raoul. And
Raoul.
in
Right.
Aquaman, he plays Orm, like Aquaman's
You're just
evil
listing his
brother.
IMDb right now?
Because I was like, this guy's in everything. What's his fucking name? I can never remember it.
No
And
one ever
usually
knows.
I can remember actors' names. So now I'm making a point to show the world Patrick Wilson.
Everybody, please go check out the next upcoming Patrick Wilson movie. What's
Shout
he
out
doing
Patrick
next?
Wilson.
He needs your...
He needs your love and support. Aquaman 2? That's out, right?
He's slept on. I saw it.
You saw it?
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about
We gotta talk about that.
it. Yeah.
Okay, he's in Aquaman 2. Go check it out.
Shameless plug for Aquaman.
Yeah, Patrick Wilson's in it, and he's awesome. He's great.
Okay, good.
What does
As
he
he
do in
usually
it?
is. He is Aquaman's evil brother, right?
Word.
So we're
And
supposed to believe
so-
he and Jason... Well, no.
Patrick and Jason.
Patrick and Jason.
Well, he's his half brother.
Right.
Sure.
Right, of course.
Sure.
And Patrick Wilson is full Atlantean, while Aquaman's only half Atlantean.
It feels like that should be reversed. Jason Momoa
Well,
looks
it's
like
part of his story, I'm sure.
he's like a
Well, his dad's a
He's
fisherman.
like, it's like the Half-Blood Prince.
yeah, but when you
I
think
just
about like
watched that. So good. I watched 6, 7, and 8 for the movies.
Harry Potter,
So good. Yeah, because the last time I remember watching 5 was at your house, like years ago.
is that Order of the Phoenix?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so nice. Didn't you like not even read Harry Potter?
I did not read Harry
Look
Potter.
at him.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Oh.
I'm on it. Yeah.
Talking about.
Yeah, we in it.
You got like the study guide now.
I'm saying,
You're like,
I'm
is that,
researching my Potter.
Is that the Order of the Phoenix?
Exactly.
That's like my favorite book, but it's not my favorite movie. My favorite movie,
Of
probably
the Harry Potter films?
4 and 6.
What about you?
Goblet of Fire is
That's
So
4.
4.
phenomenal.
I'm 5.
5.
5's my favorite.
I am okay.
I mean, it's a great story. You got Dolores Umbridge.
Yeah, Dolores is so good, and watching.
Yeah,
I
just
mean,
a
watching
lovely,
series
terrible
dies.
human being.
Spoiler alert.
It's I think after like 5 years, you don't get to.
Our rule
it's
was
way
like
more
10.
Wait, it's 5. It's about
10 years.
Yeah, I mean,
Just in
Avengers?
case somebody like you
Avengers
know what I
is
mean?
12 now. 12 years ago.
You can spoil that. That's fair.
Yeah. I would spoil Endgame.
Wow.
Dang,
Yeah.
that's like messed up of you.
What if there's someone that's like on the younger side? Their
Dude,
parents never took
if
them.
they were in a coma, okay.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
Only if they were in a coma. Only if they were in a
That's
coma.
the only exception. No
You're
other
like,
exception.
no, yeah,
I don't
yeah.
care
And I
what
have to have
else.
prior knowledge of the coma, because if I didn't, it was an accident, and fuck that shit. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right. If they purposely put themselves in a coma.
there's a lot of clauses in this, like
Oh, yeah,
when
yeah,
to
yeah,
spoil,
yeah.
when not to spoil. Yeah, I know, but the Harry Potter series is solid. New Year's just happened. How are
Happy
we
New Year.
feeling? This is not the same year that the last episode was in.
It's a new year. It's a new
Facts.
year.
So now Starbound has been in 2022, 2023, and
We did not start in
2024.
2022.
Yes, we did.
Oh.
When did we move to LA? Or when did I move to LA?
October?
August.
August. I knew
It's
that.
2022.
Good try, good try.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair.
So,
Because I remember we had a Christmas episode.
Yeah.
Before.
right.
Yeah. Okay. That's
So Starbound has now officially existed
it's
in
a
3
3-year
years.
long
Wow.
podcast.
As
You
of
got a toddler now.
Holy shit!
what?
You've got a toddler now.
Yeah, I do.
Not just a.
His name is John.
He doesn't get it.
I don't get it, but I'm gonna go with it anyway. He's 4. Is 4 a toddler? Oh, now I get it. Wait, no. I
Because the
didn't.
podcast is
3 years
3
old.
Is
That's
3.
right. That's right. See, I got it. I
Alright,
said it at
man.
the same time.
Alright, man.
I'll take this. I'll take
No,
that. I'll take
alright,
that.
man.
It
No,
might have
it
been
was-
delayed, but I got it.
It was the yes and for me. It was the like literally you just going like, okay, I have a toddler. Like,
Yes, I
Yes,
do.
and.
giving me the
It's the
yeah,
yes
it's the
and.
yes and like you were just like
that's
okay.
a good actor right there, bro.
Like your face was what the
Anyway, I
fuck?
should
Like,
tell you though that I do actually have a toddler. Then I was like, how the fuck did you find that out?
You were like scared
Oh,
shitless for a second. You were like, oh my god.
Yeah.
This is the announcement
Yeah,
episode.
I mean, like the math of that, I feel like would open a can of pretty bad worms. Like,
I would
you know what I'm saying?
I would have been like what? Like,
No.
No, I'd have been 21
What do you
when I
mean,
had that
no?
toddler.
If he said 3 years old, that kid, who would that kid realistically be with?
All right, cut that out.
Exactly.
Anyways.
That's why I said that.
You can make it work though. Having a kid, like
Yeah,
You're
it would be
now
great.
not
You know, little
understanding what
Johnny
I'm
is a
saying.
good kid.
I feel like it would be fine. It would be fine.
Anyway,
Moving on.
Moving on.
Cut that bit. Cut that bit.
Oh, we don't cut. We don't cut.
We don't cut, man. All the horrible things stay in.
Actually, we've cut a few times, but not
In,
for
like,
those
really
reasons.
emergency
Yeah, in like
situations.
emergency situations.
Someone like was
tech
like
mess ups, like
someone like dropped a
I think it's only if like it's a tech mishap
that
or
one
if we
sucks.
mention somebody that we definitely should know.
You're like, fuck, I shouldn't have. said
Shouldn't have said that.
I don't know
Very
what
happy.
else we should talk about. Okay, last episode we reveal every single
Yes,
bad
everything
We're gonna have
thing that you
clips
cut.
just in a row.
Just all the
just
horrible
this-
moments that yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Just
Right,
everything
right,
that
right.
you've had to cut.
Also the lost episode. I
That's
did
what I
with
was gonna
myself.
say, that's
We
what
gotta
I was gonna
release
say.
the lost episode.
I think there's more than one lost though at this point. I think there's like
we
two.
have 2.
Yeah, you'll
Two
never
lost
see that.
episodes.
Yeah.
We're gonna release the Kaufman Kudjo cut or the Kudjo.
The Kof Kudjo cut, and it's our biggest episode yet.
The Kofjo cut. We can't do that though because we had a joint like Wi-Fi name Kofjo, and everybody thought we were in a relationship because of that. Because
had
it
a
was
lot
like
of
a
gay
ship
rumors,
name,
and it was bad.
because it was like a ship name. You know what I'm
All through
saying?
your life, or just in
No,
LA?
just in Los Angeles. It's probably because a lot more people are just gay in Los Angeles. But
No, I think
It's probably
like it
because
was
they're
like
cold and like they don't understand that you guys have like a warm male relationship, like
I mean,
friendship.
I just think they've never
Some-
seen two men like actually
be
be
friends.
be comfortable with each other.
well,
or
also
something.
because we've been friends since 3rd grade. It's like
Exactly.
we're so comfortable with each other that they just assume
They're
that
like, those
we're.
are two-
Well, the
They
joint
must be
Wi-Fi
fucking
password
each
did not
other.
help, or username.
Yeah, someone said that was like
Oh.
the nail in the coffin. Like, oh, they're together. They have a couple name as their as
I
their
think that's
Wi-Fi.
a
Exactly.
stupid jump to conclusion, but okay.
Anyway, the point is, what would
Who
our
said
actual
that?
couple name be? It would be Chauvin, Cough Joe.
Chauvin sounds terrible.
Yeah, Chauvin's terrible.
Chauvin
Chauvin
sounds
Chevin?
terrible.
sounds like
Don't-
a name of like
don't
a
Chevin
car
it either.
rental company.
Don't Chevin it either.
Like-
We're not
Kevon.
doing that.
Kevon.
It sounds like
Kevon.
no,
You know
that,
what? Out
that
of the
guy
three-
sounds like a douchebag.
That sounds like
Dang,
the
that's
best to
rude.
me. Kevon?
Kevon
No.
Cough Joe or Kevon
Kavan Kovjo kind of sounds crazy though. Like,
sound whack.
like that kind of goes
Alright,
hard.
Kevon
the KK
Cough Joe.
initials. You know what I'm saying?
Like imagine that guy graduating college. Like I'd be like, yeah,
Having
Like,
that
hearing
on,
name,
like-
I'd be like,
It's
woo!
one of the last
Right.
names you hear at graduation and nobody knows who that person is.
Yeah.
You're like,
Kavan?
go you!
Yeah, come on!
Get
I
that paper.
changed my name right before I got the degree just so I could get some whack thing on it.
That'd be hilarious.
And then I changed
Yeah.
it back afterwards so people be like, what is this?
What?
Yeah, who?
And I'm like, this degree is actually useless now.
Not
Like,
your name on
different
it.
name on it. And now I gotta prove with all these papers that I'm the
That's
one who got
funny.
this
It's
degree.
me.
They're like, why are you
God.
showing a random man's degree to all
Right.
these
And why is his name Kavon Cough
Cough
Joe?
on,
I feel
Cough
like they
Joe.
just spelled it wrong.
Yeah.
Autocorrect these days.
I'll just scribble it out.
Does anyone have any, like, New Year's resolutions?
That's a good
Anyone
question.
Like to do that? Anyone want to change
Yeah.
something this year?
How
Are we
was-
doing something different?
How
Oh
was
Like,
my
your New Year's,
gosh.
Emmy?
My New Year's was lovely.
were you out in Chicago?
No, we were actually in Michigan,
Michigan.
where Max's
Michigan.
family lives.
Hometown.
Word.
Yes.
So how was Michigan?
Michigan was really lovely.
Where's Michigan again? What?
Michigan
Wisconsin.
is-
It's like Wisconsin, right?
You know the Great Lakes?
It's like it's like it's the glove, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then
You got
Wisconsin's like next to it.
like not really. I mean, a little bit.
Guys.
It's like
Guys,
Michigan,
look.
Illinois. Yeah.
Is
it's
this
like
helpful?
up
Okay,
there.
so
Well, I
the
don't
glove
know.
is Michigan,
Michigan,
right?
Illinois, Wisconsin. It's hard to see from here. But anyway,
I love having this world map. Like,
It
we'll
is
just like walk
helpful.
over here and be like, "Where's that?" And be like, "Aha!"
it is really helpful.
Where is that?
Oh.
Yeah, it's right here. That's cool.
Whew.
Anyways, so how's Michigan?
It was really lovely. It was, your classic Midwestern winter. It was just like gray, overcast the whole time.
Did you feel
It's
any
like
type
so
of
sad.
like looming New Year anxiety?
Oh, always.
Oh. My brother has it bad too.
My birthday's also in December, and so every time like my birthday, just December overall, like kind of rolls around, I'm always just like, oh my god.
Panicking.
Yeah, it's both like it's a bittersweet because it's both a like, holy shit, like I made it here, and it's also like, oh holy shit, I made it here.
Yeah.
Like, so it's always just a very like, okay, like I made it another year, but like,
So much to do.
what do I do now? Just
Yeah.
another year?
Just another freaking.
So, yeah.
year.
I don't know. I usually don't like New Year's resolutions, and I don't ever really do them because like
It's kind
I
of
don't
bullshit.
know. Yeah,
It's
like
today is not any different from any other day you had.
yeah, like I just feel like it's like, at least for me personally, like what I've experienced is like it just leads me to like fail, and then it, like makes me feel bad about failing. So it's like,
Oh, interesting.
why would I?
Set myself up.
Yeah, like why would I be like, oh well, I'm gonna like change this, that, and the other thing, and then like 6 days in the new year, I haven't done it, and I'm like, okay, well, like, wow, now I'm a failure. It's like I'm not a failure. Like nothing is like telling me that I'm a failure. Like I just like
Yeah.
set some goal for myself and I didn't reach it. Like that doesn't make me like a failure.
But like,
Doesn't.
here's the thing:
But-
if you set a goal for yourself earlier in the year and then didn't meet it, would you still feel like a failure or no?
What do you mean?
Like, if it was like September 3rd,
Like a random goal that you
Okay.
said, not related to New
and
Year's.
you go, I want to learn how to play
The banjo.
croquet.
Oh, look at that.
Okay, either one, yeah.
The banjo.
I feel like that's spicy.
The banjo.
The banjo.
You want to learn how to play the banjo while also playing croquet at the same
Okay.
time.
Ooh. I like that.
And you're like, okay, I'm gonna do it right now. But then you wait 6 days and you don't do it. Do you feel like a disappointment? I mean,
I mean, like,
you feel-
yeah, but I feel like
That's
that,
what I'm
that
saying.
also goes like deeper into just like
wait,
Does it feel worse?
is
because
it worse?
it's
Right?
Year's?
Is New Year's worse?
Well, I guess that's like a fair question, but like I feel like if it was just like one little thing, like I don't know. I guess like to answer your question, like yes, New Year's is worse because like I feel like there is more I don't know, like
Steaks.
Yeah,
like
and not
pressure.
even that, but it's just like I feel like in the past, like obviously I feel like this is the first year I've been like actively conscious about it, of like not being like, okay, well, if I don't give myself like, oh, I want to change this, that, and the other thing, like then there's no way for me to get like disappointed. So like rather than like kind of like on New Year's being like, okay, well, like these are like a bunch of things that I want to like get better. It's like one thing that I know I want to do is like be more like mindful and like present. So like rather than like
Right.
freaking out and doing like the normal thing that I always do is like having the like New Year existential crisis of like, what is my purpose here on life?
Oh, so that's
like,
in a way is a resolution.
Yeah, like it's like kind of just to like be like, all right, like I'm not gonna have like, you know, your classic like New Year's resolutions, but like I'm gonna just try to be like more mindful about like how I go about like reaching my own personal little goals, like, you know, on September 3rd when I want to play banjo and croquet.
Right. That's the day for it.
I mean,
that's
and
the
also,
national banjo playing croquet.
My other
That's true.
actual New Year's resolution is I want to moisturize more. I've kind of been falling off on moisturizing. Like,
You're falling off on moisturizer.
That's why
I know my
moisturize
skin's
under
been so
Santa
dry.
Barbara
Like,
skies.
yes,
Thank you.
my skin's been
Sean,
so dry.
Sean's having that flashback.
No, hit me.
God, what a time!
What
If
a time
y'all
to be
know the
alive.
reference, you know the reference.
That was a
What
good
a
time.
time.
That was a, you know what? That's an okay show.
That was fun.
That was fun.
That was a good time. There was a lot going on that year, wasn't there?
Oh yeah, it was action packed.
Yep.
A lot going on.
Do you need water?
Oh no, I just burped.
Oh, I thought that was like a hiccup.
It was like a hiccup burp. It was one of the ones where you go like,
yeah.
and then you like burp a little bit.
I have
Kevin, what
no
about you, Kevin?
idea
Do you have
what you're talking
any
about, Emmy.
resolutions
What is that?
that you like to share?
What?
Do you have
What are
any
your
resolutions?
resolutions?
you'd like to
Any
share?
resolutions?
Yeah.
I didn't really think about it, honestly.
See?
I think. Oh no, I mean, I think I heard somebody else talk about it, and I was like, I didn't really think about any resolutions. And then I continued
don't
to
have
not
to.
think about any resolutions. I
Yeah.
mean, like, I have goals that I want to set because, like, I've been doing these things, and I'm like, let's get them into motion. But they're already in motion. It was just like, okay, I enjoyed.
Double down on it.
Double down the motion.
It was like I enjoyed my vacation, right? So now it's time to get back into it. Not because it's a new year, because my vacation's over and I felt lazy because I was doing, you know, whatever I wanted, which was incredible. Which I still actually did work on my vacation, which I wouldn't usually do, but I had to do it. Anyway, it was like, all right, it's grind time. Let's get stuff done right after. Unrelated to the new year, but it happened. So I feel like a lot of the times, because, you know, there's breaks in jobs and traveling and all that stuff, it's kind of like, okay, back to work after the break. And it gives like a refresh. But it's also like when you have to go back to school right after the break and you're like, ugh.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
And it takes a second. And that's January as a whole, because until Sean's birthday, of course, that's when it picks up. But until then, it's just cold and it's not Christmas. It's like past New Year's.
Everyone's broke from the holidays.
Exactly.
Everyone's tired.
Everyone is broken tired after the holidays. But
Yeah.
it's a
I'm
lot.
broken tired, so that's how I
January's a
know.
rough.
It is rough,
It's
for
rough.
sure. I would definitely get you. And it is like,
Yeah.
It's the time to
it is like
recalibrate.
hitting that like stride of like we, at least like in Chicago, I can really only speak. Like we've definitely still had that like winter overcast. So like
Yeah.
January,
Isn't that
February
all the time?
hits. Well, like in the winter, yeah. But it's like January, February hits the time where it's like, okay, I like kind of am like contemplating death. And then they're like, no, that's just, you know, Chicago. And you're like, right.
There's literally like, you know, seasonal depression is a thing.
Yeah.
And there's like lights
Really?
that are made. There's like lights.
I know, I have one, a sad lamp.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Does it work? Do you like it?
I mean,
Wait,
to
a
be
sad
honest,
lamp?
I don't use
See,
it
Sean
ever.
doesn't know about it.
I don't use it. A sad lamp. It's like for like seasonal affective disorder, sad.
Sean's like, why
So
wouldn't
it's
you get
like
a happy
lamp.
lamp?
Yeah, well, that's what it's called. The like company is called Happy Light.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
It's a happy
Nick,
light
you
that
have
sells
a
sad lamps?
lamp.
Yeah,
What?
I call it a
Wow.
sad
Oh,
lamp.
okay.
Oh, okay. It's not literally a sad.
But it's
Well,
actually
it is a sad lamp because it's my sad lamp. Like seasonal affective disorder, you get
Seasonal
it.
affective
Sad.
disorder. Yeah, it's clever.
So
it's
it's
cute.
like a
it's
sad
cute.
lamp because it helps my seasonal affect.
Okay, so it's a sad lamp sold by Happy
Light.
Light.
Exactly.
That's
I
not
love
confusing
that.
at all.
No.
I love that.
Anyway,
no.
That's amazing.
Do I use it? Honestly, the only times that I ever really use it is for when I'm like needing to film something in my house and I need light.
Oh.
Like whenever I
What is
It's literally just like a flat, like white, basically like an LED. And all it does is like just provide like,
light?
vitamin D, yeah. So
Wait,
it's,
it
like,
provides vitamin D?
Yeah, it just like
How
gives
does it
your
do
body
that?
vitamin D because it's like giving you light.
Does any light give you vitamin D?
No.
It's supposed
that
to
light.
mimic
like the sun.
Yeah.
So your body produces it.
How does
Something
this
like
light
that.
produce vitamin
Something
D?
like that.
But then
Because your body like produces it.
It would be funny if we
Oh,
just like came up with that on the spot.
It's like,
and had,
like we're just
nothing to do with it.
bullshitting the
The
fuck out
technology
of
is
it.
like
it
somebody-
creates vitamin D in your system. And then
Somebody in the YouTube comments are being
Like,
oh
what
boy,
are you talking
like,
about?
these
This is
What do you mean
all
this
idiots.
lamp provides
It's
vitamin
like,
D?
I'm pretty sure we photosynthesize. Like,
no, because I'm just like, why can't? So it's not all light, right?
I mean, I think it's supposed to be like, it's supposed to mimic like natural light. Like it's, but the thing about it is that it's supposed to mimic natural light, but it's like very bright, and it's white, and like, I like orange warm light. I really
agree.
hate a white
I
light.
agree. Tungsten is so much better than white fluorescent.
Yeah,
Am I right?
Like,
Am I right? Or am I
Are you
right?
right?
You know what I'm
do
saying?
you really like white light better? Like if you say that you like white light better than like low warm lamplight, you literally like hospitals, the dentist, like
Oh,
you are a
true.
psychopath.
I'm trying to think. Is there a context? Are we talking about purely like artificial light? What about moonlight? You know what I mean? Like
Oh no, moonlight's different.
Well, moonlight's different, yeah.
it's like a whitish blue though. You know what I mean?
But that's moonlight. Like
It's-
that's like
you get to look at
that's
the moon.
yeah, and it has to be dark. Like I'm talking about like a light. Like the light in there, like the chandelier is really nice and warm. That light is gross.
You know what? I
Okay.
hate this light though, because this light like is like too bright.
I just personally, I don't like overhead lights. I like a lamp
know.
light.
That lamp was my favorite light. It was nice and tungsten, like you could read. And then it stopped working, and now my life is very difficult.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. There was a lamp that one of the light bulbs blew in Max's house last night, and I forgot to tell him.
Oh snap!
There was a light bulb that blew in one of the lamps last night in the living room.
like
It's like
blew
that
up?
big. No, it was just like the big like standing lamp that kind of has like that papery thing around it.
Dang.
And all of a sudden, like it started flickering, and I was alone in there puzzling, doing a little puzzle, and
Classic.
I know it was so fun.
What was the puzzle?
It was a bunch of beers. It was his dad's puzzle
Oh.
that we like moved because we wanted to play poker. So we like
Took
moved
it
his
out.
puzzle.
100
And then I
bottles of
like
beer in
felt
the wall.
really and then I felt really bad, so I started it again. But then he had left because he was starting to pack, and I was just in there alone. And the light started flickering, and I was like, well. But then it like just literally went,
Oh.
and then I like meant to tell you, and then I forgot.
I'm sure someone will
It's
figure it
fine.
out.
It's not a
What if you're like, that was my grandma's bulb?
That's my
That was
great
our
grandmother's
precious
bulb.
heirloom.
Oh no.
It was the first bulb.
That's probably why it
Thomas
blew.
Edison gave our family that bulb.
I remember when I was a kid, I swear to God, I heard like so I like moved to Maryland right when I was like 8.
Right?
Why does
And-
everyone move to Maryland?
You're a
No
Floridian.
one was born in Maryland. Everyone just came to Maryland.
Everyone migrated.
Were you
Yeah.
were you born in Florida?
Yeah, I was born in Miami.
Oh.
But like when I came
I'm
here,
out here
like
in Miami. Yeah.
Mr. 305. I swear I heard like multiple people tell me that their family had like Paul Revere's lantern.
Oh snap! That's so cool.
But it was like,
That's
no,
cool.
it was
way.
cool. But then it was like multiple people were telling me this.
Oh.
So I started being like, well, how can we all have Paul Revere's lantern?
Well, everybody, you know, he had hella grandchildren.
Well, so then
You know how I have a
someone
weird
said that
knowledge
once.
of Paul Revere?
And
Why
then
do
I
you
went
know
to a
that?
museum
I read a book on him for a class. It's true.
for a class who was making you read Paul Revere
Yeah, who the fuck would make
literature.
you read Paul Revere?
It was this guy. Well, I'm not gonna drop his name, but he was a good professor. He was like, "You have 3 books to read," and it sounded the most interesting, so I read it.
Paul Revere.
It was so good.
What were the
It
other
was so
options
good.
if the
Yeah,
most
that's
exciting
what I
was
was
Paul
thinking.
Revere?
I think there was one about like Childish Gambino, one about Drake, and there was one about Paul Revere.
Him trying to stifle the laugh was so good.
Sorry, I thought that was a good
You
one.
trying to swallow the laugh was perfect.
I wanted to see if I could get Sean with that, but I was like, "There's no way."
When you said Childish Gambino, I'm like, okay, well, obviously he's lying. Like he wouldn't choose Paul Revere.
Actually,
Over
you don't know
Gambino?
me. I could have chosen
Kevin, I
Paul.
feel like
he's the
I know you well
mastermind.
enough.
But the British were coming, and Paul Revere told everyone.
Bro,
Did
nobody
he,
gives
though?
a fuck.
Did he actually?
How dare
Nobody.
you. Anyway, he had a bunch of grandchildren. Therefore, if they were a big family, everybody could have owned Paul Revere's lantern.
Like maybe they had like a timeshare kind of thing on it where it's like once
I
shared
own
her
10%
yeah,
of
this
Paul
month
Revere's
I get the
lantern.
my
lantern. Next month you
God.
get the lantern, and then we have to lend it to the Historical Society in September.
Right. I
Right,
just
right,
bought a
right.
percentage of it on that stock.
Because then I swear I
stock
went to
growth.
like the Smithsonian or some shit like that, and they were like, "Yeah, here's Paul Revere's lantern." So I'm like, "All right, so somebody's lying."
Oh
Like,
snap!
I'm telling you, I don't know why. I thought it was just like at first, not at first, but like at some point, I was like, "There's definitely like this is like a practical joke somebody is like playing on me. Like this is just like a thing that Marylanders do to people that move here. Like they're
We
just
all
like
have
they're
Paul
fucking with me.
Reveres.
Yeah, like I swear I thought it was a joke. I was like, somebody is fucking
Right.
with me because there's no way. Like, you know, like those like things you believe as a kid that just like don't make any sense except for like in a kid world. Like I used to think that like only Christians could get what are those red bumps? Chicken pox.
Oh, that's true actually.
Yeah, only Christians
That's
can get
facts?
chicken pox. That's what I thought when I was little. I
Jewish
thought-
people are impervious to that?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Cause like, and I realized when I was older, I kind of figured out why I thought about it. But like,
Yeah, why the... What was the...
I know because like I remember when one day I was like, why did I think that? Like, that's a weird
It's
thing to think.
weird.
But it was cause like basically, when I was young, like obviously my family was Jewish and like we all had like brown hair, and like.
And you never got
whatever.
chickenpox.
And we never got chickenpox.
Ah.
And then I remember like reading this one like kids book called Goldilocks Gets Chickenpox. And
Bars.
like Goldilocks had like blonde hair and blue eyes, and in my head, you know, like Jews were like dark hair, dark eyes, and like Christians were like light hair, blue eye people.
Okay.
So like in my head, I had never met anyone who had chickenpox, but like those blonde people had chickenpox.
That's all
So
the
I don't
evidence
know.
you need, honestly. That makes
Exactly.
sense.
So like as a kid, I was like, that makes total sense
That
to
makes
me.
complete sense. I'm
Like,
with it.
so that's why, you know.
Dang.
Did
Well,
you have any of
now
those?
that
Like, where you
mention
like,
it.
you're like, I've never had chickenpox and I'm an atheist. Like,
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah.
did you have
Yeah.
anything like that?
Paul Revere. Oh, wait.
Paul Revere.
Sorry.
No, go
Now-
back to
you
Paul
No,
started
Revere.
me-
continue
you started me on
your Paul
You
Reveres.
started me on Paul Revere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You unleashed the beast. So, Paul Revere. What if you had multiple lantai? Is that the plural of lantern?
Probably.
Ain't
Yeah.
No way,
I think
man.
it's
Lantai?
Did
you really
lanterns?
It's
But I
lantai.
like lantai better.
Lantai sounds better.
Why didn't lanterns come out as like the first?
Anyway, what if you had multiple?
He's just gonna end it with
Lan-
that.
What if
All
you had
right, yeah.
multiple,
Lan-
and therefore one went to the Smithsonian and one went to all the different families.
Yeah, like was he touching like
Like
one a
that.
month or something like that?
Like maybe
Yeah.
he
He
like
was
ran, like
picking up
maybe he
lanterns
just
left and right.
dropped them off. Yeah.
He was a hoarder. He's just like, oh, a new
He just
lantern.
has, like, a
for me."
bunch
And they were like,
Lantern.
Paul Revere's soul lantern, and then everybody got Paul
Everyone
Revere's soul
had one.
lantern.
Like maybe it's like, you know, when you like ride a roller coaster and it's like, I survived the loop de looper.
It's just like a
And I got a
t-shirt.
t-shirt. Yeah, it's like, I survived the British coming. Oh my God,
Get
what's
a
this
free
dumbass
lantern. Comes with a lantern.
That would have been epic.
That's a good deal.
Mass-produced T-shirts. of-
That's a good deal, honestly. Yeah.
I would get that shirt.
Yeah.
I guess.
Free lantern, man. Light's expensive.
But he did that on a horse. That's pretty like wild. That's pretty far.
Holding a lantern on a horse?
Well, no, like going to warn like so many different like states about the British coming.
Yes.
How
I guess
many
it wasn't
states
important.
did he warn?
He went from like
I thought he only warned like a town.
That's what I thought he did.
No, I'm pretty sure it was multiple states.
The British are coming.
And they were just like, okay, like we
Paul
got it.
Revere's
Good.
Knight's Ride, I think is what it's called. And
He went down the
Oh,
coast.
oh.
Not as cool as Harriet Tubman. You know
wait,
what I'm
wait,
saying?
wait. Is his thing Lexington and Concord, or is that no? That's like where the British
That was like one of the battles.
But that's all Massachusetts, I think, actually.
Yeah.
His history brain's
Maybe
going
it
crazy
was
right
just
now.
yeah, it's been a minute, but I think it was multiple states. Not 100% sure on that. If it was Rhode Island, it probably would have taken him like 5 minutes anyway, though.
Fuck Rhode Island.
Whoa, take it down. Nah, we're not.
Nah, Emmy got beef. Emmy said, nah, man. Me and all Rhode Island beef, bro. This track on the way.
We love
It's
Rhode
on
Island,
site. The
okay?
moment she steps into Rhode Island, it's on site, bro.
Dang. Well, Rhode Island, you know, they're close because it's a small state, so you best be careful in Rhode Island.
They're like all like
You're
a
talking
gang.
smack the moment you.
Yeah, the Rhode Islanders?
Yeah.
Rhode Island eye.
Don't you do
The
that
Rhode
again.
Eye? The Road Eye?
The Rhode Eyes.
Ooh, that
The
sounds
Rhode
kinda
Eyes are
cool,
gonna come
actually.
for you.
Yeah.
Sounds like a watch
Sounds like
brand.
Mad Max.
The Rhode Eyes.
The Road Eyes.
That sounds
I
kind of
kind of like that. I'm gonna write it down.
Anyway, Paul Revere.
Not Paul Revere again. Anyway.
This motherfucker Paul Revere.
He told all the local militia to squad up. Isn't that crazy?
He did tell the gang to pull up to the spot.
Can you imagine towns just having like, well, I guess police are kind of like small militia, but like it was just people in the houses and stuff. They were just like people of the town. Well, I guess police also. Yeah, never mind. We can change the topic.
Never
Now that I
mind.
think about it,
Never mind. Okay. Here.
I think there was other stuff that he did that was cool too.
Bro, no, we are not lighting Paul Revere up, bro. We're not doing that to him. He did not take a very long journey on a horse for us to light him up like this.
Anyway.
Yeah, like,
This is gonna be like a 30-minute Paul Revere segment.
they're gonna go back like, damn, these motherfuckers love Paul Revere, bro.
Start about 51.
Talking about
Paul
American
Revere.
history and shit.
Yeah.
New Year's resolutions and Paul Revere.
Paul fucking Revere.
Anyway.
Anyway, the winter break, I feel, is, first of all, it's closed for some of us, actually. Like, it's
Yeah, mine's over.
done. And now we're going back into, like, I feel like society. For me, at least, whenever I come home, it's like, I've left society to come into my little hub of, like, my little family. And then
Yeah.
we do little, like, family things. And then, as soon as this break ends, I have to go now back into society and, like,
Right.
try whatever and try new things, or maybe try nothing new at all or something.
Mm.
How do we feel about that, going back into the world?
It's the same with just being like living here, but it's like but it's not just like dealing with different people, but it's still like you have to go back to work and get back in the gist. And
It
meeting
feels so
people on, like,
weird
a
because
professional
during
level.
this time I feel like everything just stops moving, and then as soon as this holiday season starts to wrap up, everything starts moving again.
yeah, exactly.
That's at least how I've experienced it, where it's like, wow, like everybody's like being chill. Even some battles that are happening out in the world, kind of like they're getting silent.
I think
Weird.
people all went on a vacation, or you know, here's what I'll say: when the break hits, nobody responds to their emails. Because the break hits, and that's nice, right? Because then you also can chill for a little while. That's how I feel. What about you?
No, yeah, I mean, I feel like pretty much all the same. I feel like for me, you know, obviously, like y'all are graduated and shit already. I have like
Kinda, sorta.
I have one. I guess
Still
that's
in
fair.
it.
I'm kind of in it.
Get the long break.
It's true.
That college break.
Yeah. No, that's true. You're still in it.
I'm still in it, gang.
But yeah, no, I only have like one semester left before I graduate. And
Oh,
that
shit!
Yeah,
Yeah.
that shit's terrifying. It's like exciting, like a lot, but
This
it's,
is
like,
such a
scary.
good. I'm so glad you mentioned that, because now I want to talk about something with you.
Okay.
Because I'm pondering like what's up as well. So once you graduate, right? Are you staying in like the area where you were doing your schooling, or are you gonna go somewhere else, or are you gonna come back here?
I'm gonna stay in Chicago.
Chi-town.
Yeah, my plan is to stay in Chicago for like at least another year outside of school, just because like for many reasons. I mean, I think one of the biggest ones is just I haven't been able to like experience Chicago like not being a student.
Right.
Like I've only been a student, and like luckily I've experienced a lot of the city just because of like honestly a lot of film has brought me just
Film does
like
that a lot.
around like I kind of like snuck my way into like the school sets by like being a location scout and manager. So like
Oh
I've just,
wait,
like,
really?
Yeah, like I
Oh,
just
so
like
you are like going.
I just like
everywhere.
went around. Yeah, like I would like go out to the suburbs and like just go to like take pictures and shit. Like
Oh, cool.
yeah, like I was running around the city like quite a bit. But like I've never actually like gone out for like a night out on the town,
right.
like not as a student, you know. And like I'd
You'd be like,
I'd
"The
like
town
to
is
work.
mine."
Yeah, like
Wait.
I'd like to work.
How long is your break though?
It's like 6 weeks.
That's nice. How about you?
I think it's basically a month. It's like 4 weeks, maybe 5, 4.5. Something.
Okay, and then your semester ends earlier if you don't have as long as a break.
Ends pretty early. I think I'm usually the first one out for the summer.
Mine could go for as long as 7
like
weeks
May?
if I didn't have exams, but a lot of times I didn't because it was art classes.
Exams do change the.
Yeah, I was working like up until like the 20th even. Like,
Yeah, it happens. And when you got the exam on like the last day, but like no exams on like the other days, it's
Yeah, it sucks.
So
You're
bad.
just there. You're just there. It's like I
worst.
could study, but like it won't change the pain.
Oh, I was gonna say your college is also where you start getting connects in the professional world.
Yeah.
So like
It's true.
it makes so much sense to stay in a city for at least a year after you graduate because like you want to test the waters, see can I see myself here, and you get a head start from all the connects you made in college.
Also, you've already kind of like built yourself there.
Yeah.
Like you kind of created a little bit of a life for yourself. So it's like going somewhere else would be restarting basically. Even if it was back home.
even even if you go somewhere like for a job, like it's still like restarting even if you have a job. But yeah, no, for sure, like it's definitely scary. It's definitely like I think that's part of the whole like New Year's resolution thing as well of like I'm not trying to like overwhelm myself because I'm already freaking out like internally about graduating and like moving on to the real world and everything under the sun, and like I absolutely like, you know, adore being on like sets and like I want to like do more in the industry, but I think definitely having to like come to the personal realization of like, okay, like I really like doing this job, but this is like a job that I can do on this very small scale at this film school that like I literally realistically won't be able to do for the next like probably decade or so.
You have to build up the career so much.
Because it's like obviously, and it's not that I like don't want to work on every other department on the film set. Like I want to be a PA.
You're
I want to work.
From what
like,
I've heard, you can
like,
do. You want to do anything.
I want to do everything and anything. Like, and I will do anything to get on a film set for sure.
You always.
But like,
I mean, even in like for theater in high school, I felt like your hands were in every pot.
because it's just like I I don't know, I like knowing everything. I like being on top of everything, and maybe that's like part of the like control freak of like the overall like I like being the producer AD because I like having my like fingers in everything, and like I like knowing what's going on.
It's not bad for professional purposes.
But yeah,
to be a control freak.
No, that's a
no, like I
have
like
use.
it, and it's like it's weird because I feel like it really only stays like in the professional setting. Like in my personal life, like I'm a normal person. I'm a normal gal.
I'm not a freak in my.
Like I'm not a freak normally.
Right.
Like I'm.
You just got to do it right. Like you want to do it
Right.
well.
But
you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
I
It's
don't know, like-
nitpicking is. You need to be a nitpicker for film.
Yeah.
I feel like for film,
Yeah.
you kind of have to be a madman. Like you gotta be a little nuts.
Like I don't know. I think film school's like taught me a lot. You know, it's like
The sacrifice to your
it's,
body.
Like, it's not even like I feel like it's not even taught me like film school stuff. It's just like taught me a lot of like, okay, like I know now just like not to do this, or I know like what I want to do in the future, or like I don't know. I feel like
Helps you explore yourself.
yeah, I feel like a thing that I've seen a lot with like my peers and stuff, especially with like directors, like people who like want to be like directors.
You're cunts.
No, I mean sometimes, but no.
I know it's true.
Like
Drop names.
They come into, you know, film school being like, I want to be a director. I have this story in mind. Like, it's a great story. It's going to be so blah, blah. And then it's like, okay, cool. That's awesome. You can be as passionate as you want, but you also have to, like, be realistic of, like, this is a film school. Yeah. This is a film set. You're going to get film school money. Like, you're going to be on, like, a small-ass budget. And I feel like a lot of, like, directors coming into the school not really understanding that. And so then they kind of go in, and then when they like
guns blazing,
and then when they're like they're like so disappointed with their final project, they're like, this is not what I envisioned. This isn't what I like. And then they get so like disheartened that they're like, well, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, it's clearly not good.
I saw a lot of that when I was deep into my previous film school, which was New York Film Academy. A lot of people coming in charged. They want to direct. They want to do this, and then the not just like budget things about school, because at least at that school they don't give you a budget, so you kind of got to figure it out. But beyond that, it's also the just to get greenlit, you have to change a lot of things about your story. Yeah. Maybe you don't have as much passion for it because it's not your baby anymore. It's kind of a mix. It's a hodgepodge of your constraints, what the school wants to see, and what they tell you have to do. And then you're just kind of like, a lot of them are just like, you know what? No.
No, yeah. No, it's so interesting. And like, I really like, I think my favorite part about obviously like the film set is the like creative problem solving of it all.
Dude, problem solving
like,
on set is probably my favorite part.
It's so fun. And like, that's like, I think why I really like AD is because like a lot of it is just like a big puzzle. And it's just like...
Especially a time puzzle.
Exactly. Like, scheduling is just, like, one big, like, jigsaw puzzle of, like, okay, well, this person can't be here then, this person can't be here, like, blah, 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 blah. And it's, like, that's, like, fun to me. Like, I'll play Tetris for hours, and then I'll be like, okay, time to schedule. And it's just, so like, the same Tetris, thing. Yeah,
Tetris
like,
is your training.
It's exactly. It's so good. Like, I don't know.
That's a high-quality brain.
Yeah, and I love producing, too, but it's, like, this last semester, I was producing this project that was just, like... just such it turned out fine and really nice, but it was like such a shit show because like the school like just fucked it up so bad. Like the school like I don't know, it doesn't matter, but like I worked with a bunch of different directors this semester. Smack. No, not even.
Yeah, we're gonna get some real tea is gonna leak on this one.
Smack about my fucking school, bro.
The moment I get that degree,
we're gonna get
like
okay.
No, literally like thank you, Columbia, for the education, for the faculty and the peers that I've met.
Name. Damn,
but fuck that school. The administration sucks. They fucked us over.
Oh, actually, I have seen some of the beef that like...
They, like, bro, like, since I've been a freshman... So, Columbia, I went to school. Part of the appeal of going to that school was they were one of the last schools to teach, like, 16 and 32 millimeter film. The year I got there, they cut the program.
Dang.
What?
Yeah, the year I got there, they cut the program.
That always happens. Like, you're like, oh, snap, this is so cool.
Yes.
And that like, that literally just
COVID cut it. COVID was, like, the last straw.
Because I'm applying to a few
COVID was the last straw
schools,
for a lot of things.
And there was this one that I was also going to apply to. I'm like, oh, this one's sick. And then, like, it was listed on, like, really good programs and stuff. And then I I send an email about it. I'm like, hey, I can't really find the info on this. They're like, oh, yeah, we, like, stopped doing that.
No, it's
like the whole
so
thing. And I was
fucked
like,
up. No, yeah. I also, this is total sidebar about it, but like their fucking website interface, dog shit. Every single thing is a 404 page error, bro. It pisses me off. I'm like trying with my dad. He's like, can you explain what this thing is? I'm like, no, like I can't. It pisses me off. But
I don't understand how schools have like
so much money and like
decent amount of money, and they don't have a webmaster that can just like.
The way I see it is that they are trying to like weed out the people who can't figure it out, so they like work their butt off to like make it as confusing as possible. Because I don't think they could be that like incompetent.
Sometimes
as,
I think about like
that right. It's like sometimes it's like you think that maybe like part of their prompt was like make this like the worst UX design ever. Like it's like okay, cool. Like how can we make this super user unfriendly?
Right.
I feel it's a gaslight tactic that they would say.
It's like Verizon.
No, we're trying to push you.
It's like Xfinity, bro. Fuck Xfinity.
Yeah.
Name dropping Xfinity.
Xfinity. I'm willing to say that too. Okay. I think I have a list of companies I'm beefing. Xfinity, it's not super high on the list anymore, but
you can find me on Twitter. I'm at user 146789110.
Exactly.
Like
you can get the smoke.
Xfinity Xfinity.
Wait, careful how many X's you put in there, buddy.
Xfinity.
Xfinity.
X. Anyway, fucking film school. You know what I'm saying?
Film school. Yeah, it's always a lot of it is this. You have a cool idea, and I think a certain level of because in the professional world, your idea is gonna get changed because of so many different aspects. But sometimes the school will come in and just fuck your story raw.
Yeah. Like I think the thing is like was at so many of the meetings of like the green light meetings of like, oh well, like is there any like drug use or like weapons in your movie? Are there any stunts? Like blah blah
Oh my
blah.
You're
blah.
not allowed to
That
have
had
that
to like
stuff in
cover
your
the
movie?
school for like yeah, because we were using, you know, the school as like our production company. They are the ones that provide insurance.
They're
so like
film school. They're not gonna let you do.
No,
like
film school.
they would if you could like get like, so like for stunts, for example, they would make us get an actual stunt coordinator with
makes
like
sense.
insurance, sure.
Right.
But like if we wanted to do like any sort of like weapons or like blood or like anything like that, it would have to go through like a whole process.
Even
of,
fake
like,
blood.
Yeah.
it wasn't as hard obviously to do like fake blood and stuff. Like if you were like,
Okay.
oh, like for one of the films we did, like we had where like a girl like drops a glass and like cuts herself, and then she's kind of like sitting there with like the blood and the cut, and like that had to get like talked about in the green light meeting, but it was fine. Like it got greenlit.
Oh, okay. So it's more so like,
but
can
it's
I
like,
do this edgy thing?
Yeah, it's like for certain things they were like, oh yeah, they had like these two like guns in the scene, so we had to like rewrite it so that they were like knives. And then it was like we had to just rewrite it again.
Guns is a whole lot of different restrictions.
Yeah, it's
but
like,
it's like fake guns, right?
Right, but it's like they like don't want it even at all. Like they don't want it in the movies. They don't want it like under their name that they're like promoting it. Like they don't want Columbia College Chicago to be affiliated with like.
I feel like
anything
that goes against filmmaking.
They're like, yes, but it's also like, it's kind of like what Sean is literally saying, where he's like, you're gonna go through so many people who are like, I will not give you money if you don't put my son into this film. Like
that's just how the industry works.
It's like that's
studios,
basically
rich
like,
people. It's gonna be a situation where your story might be perfect in how you already envision it, but whoever's going to fund it, which you should never fund your own movies, they're gonna want some of their own constraints to be whatever.
Okay, so
you dance, you do
here's
politics.
The difference that I've noticed: East Coast versus West Coast liberal arts film schools.
Go ahead.
And mid country.
Midwest.
Midwest.
Mid-con.
Okay. It sounds like y'all's are a little bit similar in the fact that you get these movies funded by the school to do blah blah blah, right?
Yeah.
UMBC, and maybe it's different. I'm sure it's different for some, but I think
I'm sure every school has a slightly
kind of like
unique...
this on the East Coast. Yeah. They had a bunch of epic film tools, and we had the Cage, and you could go in and you could rent a bunch of like Black Magic, like all these cameras, shotgun microphones, whatever you needed. But and in the facility we had like a studio, so like you go in, there was like a bunch of lights there, and like Harry and I took the photos for like University there. We filmed
ample resources.
Yeah, you can just like rent out the space basically. But like for filming outside and all that stuff, it was just guerrilla. So like we just had to go around and like film whatever we wanted. We could use all that equipment. We could use the studio whenever
nice.
without supervision.
Do you not have to have like insurance or anything, or is it tied to the renting?
No, they're saying it's like entirely guerrilla. I mean, at least outside.
Well, we had to take care of the cameras. I don't know exactly Gesundheit.
Thank you.
I'm sure if we messed up the stuff, we'd maybe not have to pay it in full. It's probably like paying for the school gives you a little bit.
Yeah, I was just
of
checking if
buffer.
like, because maybe there's already an insurance like plan built into like the whole renting and your tuition and stuff.
Probably, but
like,
I never broke a camera anyway.
No, see, like with
Does this look like a
with
hey,
Chicago, like
wait, they just give you expensive ass shit and just let you run with it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's nice.
It was cool.
Let me just shoot some bullshit.
No, that is kind of crazy. Like
nice.
The thing about like Columbia is like they have a lot of really nice facilities, and they have a lot of really nice equipment. The problem is that they only have like a limited amount, so they kind of are like they're basically like you can only reserve it if you're currently taking a class that is one of the classes that lets you.
We had that like, to a certain degree for studios, but you could get away with it.
It was like basically everything, and it was like you could do it through the library if you like didn't like. For example, I got asked to like work sound for like a fashion show, and I was trying to like get sound equipment, and they were like, "You're not in a class, so you can't." So I went through like the library, and they literally didn't even give me a mic.
Really?
I asked for a mic and like a boom, and they were
you
like,
gave me the boom and
they gave me the boom and no mic.
I would just
Isn't that the like most insane thing you've ever heard? And then when I returned
give me the mic and no boom.
And then I returned it and was just like told them, and they were like, sorry. And then they put a hold on my account because they said I didn't return it, and I literally pulled up the receipts and I'm like, I returned it, and they're like, okay.
Wow.
Like, it's so stupid.
Wait,
yeah.
they gave it to you without the casing?
They gave me it without the microphone.
Oh, they gave,
Like, they gave me the pole.
And like the
and like
fluffer?
the wires.
Did they give you the
Yeah,
fluffer?
and they didn't give me the microphone.
That's funny.
It's hilarious.
Oops, that's
yeah,
funny.
no, so like, I don't know. And like, about the shooting outside in Chicago, unless you like didn't put sticks on the ground, which is like how we legally defined
right, same
it,
as
right?
LA, same as LA.
Yeah, so it's like as long as you don't put sticks on the ground, you can shoot a guerrilla. But if you wanted to like put a light up, you had to like permit the area. So like that was like part of like a lot of like what I did as like a producer.
Oh, that's expensive.
Was like permitting. In Chicago, it's like not that bad. It's only like $25
for a
like,
permit.
A street.
What?
To permit a street,
dude, it's
like
$800
well, so the thing
in
is,
Los Angeles.
That's crazy because you can't like you get a permit through like the Chicago Film Office, and it's just like obviously you can't like shut down the road, like you can't like shut it down.
You have to
being
get a
like
traffic team.
Right, you like let people through and you let pedestrians through, but you can like close up during like takes and shit. But
wait,
like,
you can close it up during
like you can lock up like pedestrian pathways during takes, but you can't like
that's nice.
just by like being a PA and a co we can like kind of get away with it. That's all. But
Wait,
like
what about
Chicago's
on
really
campus?
nice about it. Well, so we don't have a campus. We're in the city. So like if you want to shoot on campus, you still need to permit through the city of Chicago.
Okay, so the benefit is that if you're filming, you get a beautiful city to film versus a college campus that looks like a college campus.
Well, so I think one of my very first like big film set, as in like big student film set, was like I was asked by a teacher to like be a second AD, and I'd never done it before, and I was like sure, and then like 3 weeks went by and he didn't say anything, and then like another week went by and it was like 3 weeks until production, and he was like, oh, you're actually the first AD. And I'd never been a first AD before.
Oh snap!
So I was like,
wait,
oh my god, what
you
the
thought
fuck?
you were the second AC?
Second AD. Like they told me I was the second
you're
AD,
actually the first.
and so I was just like waiting to hear first things.
You know,
and
AD
then,
can be a really stressful job when you're not.
And
ready.
I had never done it before, and I hadn't
Assistant
even taken
director.
a class at this point.
Oh shit!
For those who are wondering, we've just been throwing around these film terms like people know what we're talking about. Shotgun microphone is a cool microphone.
It's a
assistant
shotgun
director
microphone.
is AD.
Coolest.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Well, okay, we'll explain
Black
more
magic
now.
is a fancy.
Yeah,
thing.
we'll slow it up and break it down.
Yeah,
Got caught up.
But yeah, anyway, I think one of the
It's
coolest
like the
things
beep
was
bop and the boop.
we were filming on Lake Michigan, like right
that's so
on
cool.
Grant Park, where like you can see like the whole of Chicago. So like
See,
me,
that's the cool part about being right.
oh,
in
it
the
was so
city.
cool.
That's
Me
so
and
cool.
like the second AD and the director of photography, DP, were driving the U-Haul to set, and we were filming like in Grant Park. And I mean, I don't know when the last time y'all have been to Chicago, but like
It's been a while.
Grant Park is just like a pedestrian park, like the big ass
It's a pedestrian
park.
ass park.
And so we literally just pull this giant 20-foot U-Haul like off of an intersection, just slowly into the park, and we're all just like sitting there, and people are like, "What the fuck?" And we're like, "We have a permit, we could be here," and we're just driving the pedestrian walkways in this big ass U-Haul, and it was like one of the most surreal moments. I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Dude, I'd be stressed
Like,
out.
I learned how to drive a truck in Chicago by being on film sets. Like,
That's cool.
dude, driving a truck in Chicago, one of the scariest things I've ever done in my life.
How big of a truck are we talking about?
The biggest one I drove was 20 foot,
20-footer is crazy.
which is pretty big.
Yeah.
Like a big
20-footer is
20-foot U-Haul. We were trying. Oh my god, it was horrible. I can't even think about it. We were trying to like turn.
So stressful.
Yeah.
They're so
we have one of the
scary.
smaller ones. It's
Yeah.
scary.
They're so scary, especially like, oh my god, when you can just like feel all your equipment like shaking back there. You're just like, it's not my problem anymore. Like,
oh my god.
they
Were
better
you like
tie
kind of
it.
like just shoved into driving it?
Like, kind of. It was more of a like nobody wanted to do it. Like everyone was like,
Scared as
yes, like, and the thing was, the first time I ever drove it was like a very, very short distance. It was like the second AD was originally driving. This was one that went on to Grant Park. The second AD was originally driving it because he had like driven a bunch of trucks before, but he was like, you know, doing his second AD duties at the end of rap. So like he was doing all this shit, and he was like, "Fuck, we need to bring the truck here," because we were in an apartment building, and I was like, "I'll go get it." So like I went and got it.
Wow,
And
the
it was
testicles on this
yeah,
woman.
I was like, it was fine, and I did it. And so then like the next time it came around, where the project that I was producing, they were like, "Oh my god, we need a truck driver! Like we need a truck driver," and I was like,
Well, goddamn.
listen,
Someone will say truck
like
driver.
listen, I guess I can do.
Every time I
And
try
it
to
is,
get
like,
out, they pull me back in.
And like it is just like one of the best feelings. It's like you're like Santa when you show up to set with the truck. They're like, yay!
And
the
then you got
truck's
the
here.
presents in the back.
Yeah, and you're just like, open her up.
Yeah. I was on a set one time and nobody picked a driver yet, and so they were like, ah, shit. Sean, do you know how to drive? Because no one had a driver's license, and given I've lost my car for years now, but I still had a driver's license on me. They're like, all right, cool. You drive the truck. I'm like, bro, I've never driven a U-Haul of this scale in my life. I've never been in the truck when someone else was driving.
Right.
Like, someone want to give me like a tip or something.
Drive a
Yeah.
truck is
Yeah, can I get like a partner that's like showing me the
You
roads or
have to
something?
at least have somebody in the truck with you at all times, like,
Oh.
cause that's our rule. Because bro, like, it's at least it's my fucking rule now. Cause like on that set where I was like producing and was like, fine, I'll fucking drive the truck. They kind of fucked me over in the end because like it was, after wrap, so we were doing all our drop-offs. And drop-off and pickup day, everyone knows, is the worst because no one wants to fucking do it. And so you ask your crew and everyone's like, crickets. Like nobody wants to fucking do pickup or drop-off. And I'm not gonna name names, and she's never gonna see this.
Okay, fake name. Saliva.
Gherkin.
Oh.
Gherkin.
Gherkin?
Gherkin was
How do you
the,
spell
it?
was
With
the
the
first
Birkin?
name,
R-K-I-N?
like the pickle.
I don't like pickles.
Gherkin
Therefore,
sounds
don't know
kind
how
of
to spell
thick.
gherkin.
I'm not gonna lie.
You would not like
I'll
gherkin.
eat a pickle on a Popeye sandwich, but that's
I
about
do have
it.
someone for you to know though.
You know.
But, no. Anyway, she was the first AD.
Wait, but how do you spell it?
Gherkin?
Yeah, Gerkin.
Gherkin. Gherkin.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's how you spell it?
Yes.
I didn't know the H was gonna be there.
You're not gonna do the U?
That's
You're gonna
wild.
do ER?
No, Gherkin.
Gherkin with the Birkin.
I think it was like
Yeah.
Jerkin.
Anyway, she was the
Jerkin.
first AD.
GH.
I'm gonna go spit on my gum. While you guys do this.
I'm glad that one got you.
I don't know what that was.
Well, that's the one that made you crack. Look at that. That's how you do it. That's how you
We
do it,
lost
folks.
Sean.
It's just, I wasn't expecting to hear jerkin today. You know what I mean?
Anyway, okay, what's Jerkin up to?
No, don't spell jerkin. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do
Jerkin.
that.
So Jerkin, she was the first AD on this set.
Uh-oh.
And she was okay. Not only was she the first AD on this set, she was also co-producing it. I was a line producer, so I was just like your measly hard worker, right? And and basically she kept throughout the like pre-production, she kept being like, I need to be at the scouts, like I need to be there, like let me schedule them, blah 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 blah, and was being so like anal about being there at the scouts and like whatever, we would work around her times. And then we get to the scout, she just doesn't show up. Completely MIA, doesn't answer her phone, nothing.
The first AD?
Yes.
Dang.
The one that you need
And
the
the
most?
co-producer, dog. Like,
Dang.
insane. Yeah. So it started pissing me off. But I was like, I had a co-line producer.
Maybe she died
and
or
she and I were like, I'm glad I had her. Because the two of us, like, we were
Held it
able to,
down?
like, talk to each other and, like, get our frustrations off.
Nice.
Like, just by, like, venting to each other. And since we were both, like, literally in the same position, like, we were both feeling, like, just as fucked over.
No, I know, right?
No, literally. Plus,
And you're
she's
fucked
the
over.
one that
And
I want
you're
you to
fucked
meet. Because
over.
she's the one in LA.
You guys argue over who was more fucked over, or was it really like we're both?
No. I love her.
Okay, bad. So yeah, that was good.
Gherkin don't. Well, Gherkin we're fine now. But
Gherkin.
anyway, the only reason I bring it up was because of the whole U-Haul situation. But like basically, long story short, she had flaked on a bunch of scouts. So she was being really flaky.
Okay.
She was like being really hypocritical as well to me and my other co-producer.
I think I may have heard
Because
about
like
this.
I think I did tell you about this. Because she kept just like, we made like literally one mistake of like leaving late to get lunch, and she like got so mad at us.
I know the one that's never here is
Like-
talking about
Like,
late for lunch is crazy.
no,
Yeah.
literally, exactly. I
And
was
she's
like,
not even doing
and,
her
and
job,
the thing, yeah, the
right?
thing
That's
is,
the
well, no,
thing.
she was doing her job finally on set. It was like the pre-production that she kept like being flaky for.
Right.
But the problem that I have, because like, what I said to the director, because she wasn't involved in any of this, but what I said to the director about it, when I talked to her, I was like, look, like, I really, really have a lot of patience when it comes to people needing to, like, bow out at the last minute. I get it. Shit comes up. Emergencies happen. I completely understand. I don't like when you don't tell me, and I don't like when you don't take accountability for it, especially when we're working in like a professional situation. If it's like a friend and, you know, they're being kind of annoying, it's like, whatever, that's your friend.
That
they're just a little
combination is
flaky.
crazy too.
But it's like, when it's like a professional setting and we're literally on a time crunch, like we need to get this by a certain time, and you're flaking, and then the next time I see you, you literally don't mention it. Like, you block my calls, you don't answer, like, and then the next time I see you, you're not even gonna like be like, oh hey, you know what, sorry, I like kind of was going through it this weekend and like I couldn't make it, I'm sorry. Never ever once did that. And she flaked multiple times. So then again, like on set, me and my producer were like deep in paperwork, and so we like left for lunch late one day, and she was on our asses about it, like so on our asses. Ooh, and we're like, bro, like,
I know I'm gonna light you.
Anyway, so
you have the gall.
Yeah, no. And so anyway, we had to swallow it because we were like, okay, we can't get involved right now. Yeah, there's no point in this. And bonus, she literally later came to me personally and was like, can you come like help me break the news to the director that we're like running late today? I'm like, no, I will not. I literally was like, no, I will not. Like, I will like stand there and like help you figure out a problem or a solution to the problem, but I will not tell her for you. Absolutely not.
That's your fault.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it is not my job. Anyway, so the whole U-Haul situation, the whole reason I put that backstory in was because she was supposed to be my second in the U-Haul on drop-off day. And lo and behold, girl flaked.
Dang.
On the worst day.
On the drop-off day, yes. Dang. And again, like, I was so annoyed because it's like, again, I understand if you're gonna like but like literally she and the director both were like, oh yeah, we're not gonna come to like pickups, or we're not gonna come to drop-offs because like we're really tired and like exhausted from the day before and everything else. I'm like, bro, what the fuck do you think I've been doing?
Everybody's
like
tired.
you have a 4-day shoot, I have a 6-day shoot because I have the front ends and the back ends because I'm doing fucking everything on the front ends and the back ends. So like, come and fucking get in this car and help me. She didn't come. So you don't live in Chicago, obviously, so this isn't gonna make much sense. But basically, I had to go from the South Loop all the way up north, back down to the South Loop.
No.
Right? And the worst part is, there is this street in Chicago. There's this street in Chicago called Lower Wacker.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Lower Wacker.
Lower Wacker.
Which goes below.
That sounds like a Rhode Island street.
It
really
Shut
does.
the fuck up
it
with
really
Rhode
does.
Island.
It really does.
Yeah,
Rhode Island's
Beef is
great.
live. Hey, don't mention them.
Okay. You know who else is great? Paul Revere.
Anyway. Anyway.
Fuck. So Lower Wacker.
You're
Lower
going
Wacker.
around this U-Haul telling people that the British are coming.
Yes.
That's
basically.
exactly the problem.
And I have like a bunch of lanterns in my U-Haul. And
Right,
I just
and
give
you
them
have
out
to
to
drop
people,
them off.
saying them that these are Paul Revere's lanterns.
So that the family can
Yes.
claim that they have...
There's also a bunch laying in the bottom of the Chicago River. It's like crashed. But anyway, so Lower Wacker is this like street that's like basically below the street level.
What?
Whoa, there's some Harry Potter
Yeah.
A
shit.
street below the street?
Yeah, so what happens is your GPS doesn't understand where you are when you're on Lower Wacker.
It's off the
So
off the radar.
here I am, and Lower Wacker is like a speed limit of like 40. So like here I am going 40 miles an hour in a 20-foot U-Haul, nobody else with me, GPS not working. I have no idea where I'm going now. The other part about Chicago, nobody follows this rule, but the AD was sure to tell me when she was in the truck with me that one time that U-Hauls and other trucks are not allowed on Lakeshore Drive. And you know where Lower Wacker spits out? Lakeshore Drive.
Everybody knows that one.
Everybody knows that. So here I am on a U-Haul, not know where I am, all alone.
In this giant
Lower
20-foot
Wacker,
truck.
in this giant U-Haul, and I'm terrified,
You're in
man.
the trenches here. You're in the
So-
trenches.
You
What
are
do
in
you
the
do?
trenches.
I was very, very upset at her.
But you made
And,
it. You made it.
and that is now why I never ever allow anyone to drive the U-Haul alone if we can really avoid it.
Wait, what happens when you drove on the road, though?
It was fine. Like when I drove on the normal road, like finally
No,
once
the
I
feds
got
start
off,
busting her chops,
Yeah, I was
man.
gonna say,
60
like,
cop cars behind you.
GTA, like
Turn the
stars,
U-Haul
they're like-
around.
Yeah. You're like, I gotta drop off the package.
Look. Like, yeah.
Grenades going everywhere. It's a war
It
zone.
goes down on Lakeshore Drive.
It does.
Right after Wacker, when you take that right
Right
turn.
after Wacker, when it spits
Wacker.
out, like,
That's crazy.
it's pretty crazy.
GTA
Shit gets
5,
wild.
bro.
Some crazy shit has happened on Lower Wacker though. There was like this viral video There was a viral video. Oh my god, there was a viral video a while ago
There was
of like this like Tesla that like a bunch of people started like beating on it because it was at like a car show in Lower Wacker.
What?
Because it's like Chicago. Like if you bring a Tesla to a car show, you're gonna get your shit
Yeah,
beat.
you're gonna get whacked.
No,
Yeah, you're gonna get lower whacked.
Oh, whoa. I'm sorry. Continue.
That was it. That was all. I have nothing left to
Oh
say.
my god. Yeah, I'm sorry about your experience there. I had to drive my 20-footer alone because no one else, just no one else. And you know what I did? So there's like this massive road, right? And then it's one of those things where it's like a stop sign and then you got to turn left, but then you have to wait till all the cars are gone or something. So I didn't realize like the size of the U-Haul. So I tried to I don't remember, it was like I tried to take that left, but then the way that I turned, it was too long to it was gonna hit the curb or some shit. So in the middle of the road, I backed up.
Yeah.
I got cars to the left and right of me looking at me like, yo, this motherfucker is stupid.
Oh man.
I backed up. I'm like, yo.
Please, I've never driven a truck before.
Man.
And then I went for it. But after that, it was fine. I figured I even parallel parked it, which was crazy.
That's crazy.
I felt like Jason Statham after
No,
that shit,
I
man.
could not do that. You definitely had me on that.
You gotta went to
Tokyo
Real shit, because you can't see the
parallel
back
parking.
either. You know what I mean? You're guessing how long 20 feet is. I'm like,
No, it's true. You really can't. That's why you would need at least one other person to get the fuck out of the
it's
car.
wild.
It was
and,
terrifying
Be
in
like,
LA
yeah.
because the traffic's so nuts, and I had to go around these small corners near our apartment. And
yeah, traffic can be, especially in LA, dude. Traffic can be
Sure.
fucking. Oh my god.
Anyway, the
okay,
film
so we got
industry.
Paul Revere and U-Haul.
That's all we need, really. Yeah, just
That's
the film industry in general. Okay, I feel like we're gonna wrap this up soon, but I want to end off with this bigger question.
Okay.
So,
Okay, this is gonna be really
Last
existential. Let's hear it.
where do you think the state of cinema is going?
Wow.
I would say probably Upper Wisconsin.
I feel like right now, film isn't a very
You just hit the beep.
Okay, we're cutting that.
We gotta cut that in. The beep, beep, beep. But I feel like film right now, just in the industry, is in a very weird place where I feel like a lot of movies are such garbage. The good movies are being watched by the There's a disconnect right now between audiences and movies, and it might even be a bigger question about media in general and society. But what do you think films are going to look like moving onward, into 2024, into the future?
I don't know. That's a good question. I feel like I need to sit and write a thesis
Sit and
paper
think
on
about
this
it.
now.
And that's what we're gonna be doing for the next 3 hours.
So the next
I'll
3
tell you
hours,
what
we're actually gonna draft a final.
We'll draft a whole thing and we'll send it.
We're gonna write it on a scroll.
That'd be sick.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
I actually want to write on scrolls again. I feel
I
like
want to write a feather tip.
I felt that'd be nice.
Like Paul Revere.
Did he do that?
What?
So I feel like soon we're gonna have a whole the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the Paul Revere Cinematic Universe. It's just gonna be Kevin
Oh yeah.
just making movies
Okay.
About Paul
about Paul
Revere.
Revere and the different.
It'll be like
stories
a
and
30 eulogy or something like that.
And the guy who plays Paul Revere plays all the other characters too.
That's
So
wild.
when he pulls up to tell the people the British are coming, they run out of their houses in their little militia
It's
costumes.
just all him.
It's just Paul Revere.
It's like God, what's that guy's name? God, what was that guy's name?
Paul Revere.
Paul Revere.
Right.
But speaking of franchises, actually, I feel like we're in a turning point for movies where A, they're too expensive these days, and B, franchises aren't working like they used to. You know what I mean? Harry Potter was cool and Marvel is
So
cool,
good.
but it's just not working anymore. So I feel like what we're gonna see in the next decade of movies is A, more artistic people taking the throne and kind of setting the stage on what the style of film is going to be for the next decade, and also more one-off stories. like Barbie and Oppenheimer. You know, just movies for like the time,
For fun.
Yeah.
just for funsies. And then secondly, movies are gonna be cheaper. Or I guess thirdly,
Like to make or just to watch?
the budgets will be smaller.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like for some reason a lot of movies are getting like billion-dollar budgets.
And it
Like,
doesn't
we're gonna
make it
turn
better.
this around.
It does not make
Doesn't
it
make it better, and it
Yeah.
never actually makes the budget that it gets.
It doesn't make more money a lot of
How the
time.
heck was that
You don't
last
need-
Indiana
It's like so-
Jones?
yeah.
I think it was worth like $250 million, like the budget.
And there's so many movies that prove time and time again, like smaller budgets, like you can do shit with like the magic of movies. Like I think that's like also why I'm really drawn to like horror.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Yeah, like I think it's
like
one of
horrors?
the reasons why I really like horrors, because it's like one of the genres that almost always, and I can't say always because there's so many movies that get fucking ruined by CGI, but like I feel it is one of the genres that like soulfully tries to stick to practical effects, and it's like all this kind of like in camera work.
I feel like one of the magical things about horror is how do they do these weird shots?
Yeah,
Where it's like, how did you make the creature look like this?
I mean,
and how'd you get the
Or
shadows?
it's like
Even just,
we
like-
know exactly how they made that, like Blair
Yeah.
Witch. Like this is anyway.
That's
We got a
true.
house. What do we do?
yeah.
Or,
I mean, yeah. I don't know. It's just
or
so
we got
interesting.
a woods.
I think like I feel like kind of what you're saying is almost, I feel like what you're saying, kind of taking it back to an artistic standpoint, is I feel like there might even be like, I feel like there's gonna be like kind of a two pathways where it's gonna be like a lot of the like AI kind of like weird
That's a
trippy
good
like
point.
like
Yeah.
CGI world like effects, and then there's gonna be like the other kind of, oh, this is like people going back to like the movies of like in camera stuff, like practical effects and in camera tricks. Like
The vintage.
I think like that's also this is such a weird like comp for this conversation, but like I feel like that's also what makes like Elf one of the really good long-standing movies,
Elf is fire.
I want to see
because,
you.
like,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
because
the way
of
they made
like
him
the
bigger.
way, yeah, all of the like in-camera tricks and like just like the claymation and very like homey kind of feeling it has, where it's like I feel like claymation is so, at least to me, I guess I shouldn't say it in such a general term, but like to me claymation is so particular because you can see the like literal like fingerprints of people. Like you can see like how much like work and time has like literally been put into these little things, like how much like effort and passion somebody has to like spend years just like moving a character.
Breaking their
Ramen.
fucking
Like,
back.
Yeah, like shit like that. And like just going back to like kind of the really cool, like that's also like again why I really like film school film sets, and like I like being a producer on film school film sets, because it's like, okay, we literally have $500 to make this effect. How the fuck are we gonna do it?
You did stop motion,
Like-
right?
We did do stop motion for part of it, yeah, and it was so fucking cool, and it looked great. Like,
Nightmare Before Christmas.
yeah, no, like I don't know, I love it a lot. I think something that I would love to see, maybe I don't know if it'll actually happen, and I'm trying so hard to remember the word for it, and I can't, and maybe one of you can help me out.
Yo,
but like,
I'm not gonna. George just scared the fuck out of me.
George.
I saw this black shadow come out of the
Shadow.
trash.
Has George made an appearance on the podcast?
Yeah, George has been here.
Okay.
Like
You
how he
seen
has like
this guy?
eyebrows.
You're right.
He really
Um,
does have eyebrows.
He just has,
But yeah, I
It's this,
agree
like,
with that.
it's this it's big on like YouTube and stuff.
Mm.
Oh fuck, I can't even think of it. It's this idea where like it's kind of like a world within it where it's like kind of how, oh my god, I'm gonna feel so stupid because I know the moment we like are finished, I'm gonna remember.
When we cut this, are gonna be like,
Yeah, I'm gonna remember. It's like an
Right,
acronym for something where it's basically like kind of like how if you were to have like a TV show, kind of like almost like iCarly kind of counts with it. Like you were to have like a TV show and then you have like an interactive website where like you can interact with the characters in the universe.
Oh,
And it's like-
Victoria's had that too, right?
Like kind of, it's like, yeah. Well,
What
the
was that
reason I
called?
say iCarly is because iCarly was like an actual like website that you could interact.
oh, you could like
with,
go
but,
to
like,
it and stuff.
But oh my god, I like want to look it up, but like I don't even know what I would look up. Like
it's in the brain
it's like
somewhere.
I know it's something
Oh, the
like
Batman had that.
What?
The website that you could go, the Riddler's website.
Yeah,
Oh.
exactly. Where it's like kind of shit like that, where it's like and I kind of think one of the like something that you
Interactive
can't really like
website.
do anything like anymore is like these like the Blair Witch Project that you're
Yeah.
talking about. How it's like you can't do that shit anymore. Where it's like that was like a cultural phenomenon because they like made people think that they fucking killed them.
Yeah.
Like they made people think
Wow.
those people were actually dead. Like you can't do that anymore.
Those
Like,
guys
you
are
need
from
to,
here,
like,
you know.
I know the whole thing's set here.
So cool, represent.
Shout out Maryland.
Yeah.
So is the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, though.
Oh, really? I didn't know that one.
Oh, I gotta
Does
see
the camera
that.
move?
I think you're tripping balls.
Dude. Maybe I am. It looked like it moves.
What do you think, Max?
You think it winked at you?
Maybe I
You
am
like it
tripping.
just moved right now?
Like it looks like it went like that, but maybe I'm like literally crazy.
Oh no! What's that?
What?
Who's that?
Oh!
The camera's about to go black.
Oh!
And that was a horror
That would
movie.
be-
You thought
Oh,
you were
Lord.
listening to a podcast the whole time,
time.
but actually,
It was
This is
actually
the
a horror
movie.
this is the Blair Witch Project 8.
We're on the 8th?
Where's,
Oh,
It's
really?
where's
like-
2
there's
through
a lot.
7?
There's like 4 apparently. Or something.
there really?
I haven't seen the others.
I haven't seen them either.
They're probably garbage.
But
Paranormal Activity 1 is the best. Like, it's so good.
I do like that movie.
That movie is awesome.
pretty good.
One of the most classic horror movies. Not showing the monster
I think it's
until
an RPG.
role-playing
Like
game.
video games?
Yeah, I think is that what it, maybe it's not that.
Role playing games?
Like it's like something
Like
like
a
that.
like
I
open
know,
world?
like it's something like that. Oh my god, I feel so silly.
First
I literally,
person
I was just
FPS?
talking about it with somebody
It's really
too. That's the thing that like bothers me.
interactive.
Is it related to games?
Kind of, because it's like the thing is, it got really popular with like YouTube and like YouTube games and gaming communities and like YouTube horror and like analog horror and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be so silly.
VR?
Mm-mm.
AR? Okay. We'll think about it as it comes.
It's 3
3 what?
letters.
Yeah, it's like definitely. Okay, wait. Let me see if I can.
Dad.
Oh
Sorry.
yeah.
Right.
Digital.
Dad.
Digital.
What I would like
I
to
don't know. Just keep talking. I'll figure it out.
What I would like to see, you brought up this thing about like AI movies, and I'm like, wait, I'm not gonna lie, because I saw Secret Invasion, the Nick Fury solo
series.
story.
I have not seen it yet.
And I have different thoughts about it, but the intro is designed. It's an AI intro. It's designed by AI,
Really?
and it's so interesting the way that they use it. Because I think part of the theme with that story is you're not quite sure what's real and what's not.
Yeah.
What's human and what's pretending to be human.
Okay.
And so using the AI art as like, it feels human, but it's not quite. There's like, you know, some, like with some AI images, there's something off about it.
Yeah.
That's basically the intro of the show. And so I would like to see a movie that explores AI art.
Yeah.
That utilizes it as another form of like animation or something.
There's a big
That'd be
debate
interesting.
though in the art community about the ethics behind using AI for art.
There's AI. There's using AI to be lazy, and there's using AI to be artistic. And I am scared about the lazy version.
It's
Yeah.
interesting.
Ooh.
It's an interesting conversation anyway.
Yeah.
I am scared about the lazy.
I think it's like, I think with AI at least, I mean, I can really only speak a lot about it in like the film industry at least. I feel like, you know, it's kind of like, you know, what they said about like the internet and shit before. Like everyone was so scared about the internet and that it was
And
going
now
to take
here we
over everybody's
are.
jobs. And like, here we are, we use it for fucking everything. And like, we're okay with it. We've like found like a mutual working relationship with it, right?
I bet somebody
Like-
wouldn't have been okay with it.
Paul Revere.
How do you do, Kevin? Nah, we're not doing this.
It takes away the point for his midnight ride. It takes away the point.
doing this, man.
Like, just text you, hey, the British are coming.
That's it.
Paul Revere is going to be the title of
Cut
this
the-
episode, bro.
Cut the cameras.
Paul
I'm done.
freaking Revere, bro.
I can't believe it.
I
I feel
wa-
like we
he's
have
like-
to see a Paul Revere movie now.
They're actually probably. I wonder if there is.
There probably isn't, because nobody gives a fuck about Paul Revere.
Dude, in middle school, I don't know if you remember, we watched those like recreations of like the Revolutionary War.
What?
They were so fire. They were so fire. They
Like
were
movies?
so well done. Yeah. In history, in like 8th grade.
I remember seeing documentaries, but never like a movie.
It was like a documentary, but it was like
Reenactments?
recreation- Yeah, reenactments.
That sounds fucking cool.
It was so good. It was
Oh
so
man,
good.
if you find any of those, send it my way.
Dude,
I'd
when
love
they
to
were
see
like when they were doing the guerrilla warfare, they had these like, cool shots of like them like running through like the woods
nice.
and like the British are like marching, but they're just like.
it. And then like there's a smoke from all the guns or something.
It's so cool.
That's nice.
It was so cool.
A movie from school that I remember was like, I think it was elementary school, and it was like MLK Day. And so they show this movie where these kids,
yeah,
you know what I'm talking about,
yes,
right?
Dude.
The
They
kids
show
go
that, like,
back
every
in
year,
time
every
and
year.
try to save MLK before he gets shot.
So good. That movie was so good.
I don't know, man.
It was so good.
I feel like I love 90% of the movie except for the end.
Dude, it was like
The end is fucking ridiculous.
It was like if Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer stop motion is like the Christmas classic. This
is the MLK classic.
MLK.
This is the MLK classic. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. It's like this, and then Selma might be matching it like 1-for-1. That's.
I like how you put Selma like a little bit lower.
No, it's like it's close. It's close. It's just because the other one's just like it's so ridiculous.
Right.
It's so ridiculous. Yeah. But
I like the ending.
No, I think I can spoil it. It's an old movie, but actually I don't even know the title of it. But in the end, like. They bring MLK to the future so he doesn't get shot, and everything sucks. Racism is still on a high. Mexicans are like cleaning shit or something like that. It was like a really like dystopian type of thing. And then MLK realized like I have to go back in time and do what I was born to do so that the world can be better. And it's supposed to be this touching moment of like, damn, like sacrifice. Like
That's what I'm saying.
He's just such a good person. But then I'm like, why don't you just save him right before he gets shot instead of saving him when he's a child?
Wait, was their time machine like unlimited?
It's been a while.
See, that's the thing. You got to analyze it now. Did
they went back in time, obviously.
But was it like easy to do, or was it like? Because like that's a good point. Like, why couldn't they have just like?
Because what happens every time is that they go way back to when he's a child, save him when he's their age, and then he doesn't do any of the shit that he does. Just take him right before he gets shot, and then take him to the future. And then he still does what he does and doesn't have to fucking die.
This is a plot hole in the movie.
I don't even know the name of it.
We can't show this movie on MLK Day anymore. We can't.
I can't even search it up. I might search it up later, and then we'll talk about it on the last episode.
Just look up like MLK cartoon if you're interested.
I don't know if that's a good.
What do you
MLK?
What are you
wait,
gonna find?
Yeah, I don't see. What...
Kids save
just
MLK movie.
some like animation of like MLK's like assassination.
Our friend Martin. That's what it's called.
Our friend Martin. That's right.
So anyway, I'm going to be watching that movie tonight, and I'll be coming back on our last episode, and I'm going to tell you exactly why it's fucking stupid.
I think you should watch it too and come back explaining why it's the best movie.
Okay,
ever.
sounds good.
And it should become a tradition.
We're dedicating the last episode of...
So it's our good friend Martin.
Wait, let's wait for MLK Day before we do the last episode of Starbound.
Oh, it is coming out. Isn't it in February?
I don't remember the exact day. I should, though.
It's like February...
I think it's February
10th? I don't remember.
Something like that.
I don't remember. I have to search it out.
Well,
but it is coming.
I believe you.
Maybe we'll wait to drop the last episode.
No, we're gonna wait it out until MLK Day, and then we'll celebrate it by watching our friend Martin.
Sounds incredible.
So I have one more question.
It'll be a special
we
app.
go.
Huh?
The question to wrap us up.
Huh?
I have a question to wrap us up.
What's your question?
So, do you like not have a coat? Do you just like wearing like robes around? Like,
Oh, you want to talk about the robes?
yeah, I was just curious.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm glad you
it's
asked.
like cold outside.
It's a little chilly. It's a
It's
little
cold.
It's a wee bit
But, you know, I got my hoodie. You know, it keeps me cozy.
Assassin's Creed.
No, what happened was I was gonna wear like a normal outfit. You know, I have my hoodie. I didn't bring a lot of clothes from LA just because I was taking a Spirit flight and I didn't want to lose my shit again.
Spirit, I got you.
I know.
So and I didn't leave a lot of clothes here because I'm not here all the time. So I'm just kind of using my like old shirts from like high school, elementary school, middle school, and shit. But I was like, I could come here and be a normie. Or I could step on these bitches.
I feel like I also just was asking because it is curious that we all wore blue.
We are different shades of blue.
Yeah.
50 Shades of Blue right here.
3 shades of blue.
Yeah, I got my roby on. I'm cozy. You know what I...
Okay, wait. Say the line. Stand up and do it.
You're gonna make me do it.
He's cut off. Wait, no, you gotta sit and
Oh,
say
okay.
it.
So get your head in there, like squat. No. Like squat.
I squat. Me squatting is still the edge of the... It's the same shit. It's the same shit, bro. Just you making me try to work harder, bro.
You have too much floor in your shot.
Exactly,
I was having more fun
bro.
if you were giving, putting more of an oomph in it, you know?
Here, hold on. I haven't done it in
Hit
a
us
while.
with
Let me
it.
try to...
Hit us with
Okay.
it. The famous line.
Channel the ghost of Christmas present. That's what the reference is.
He's gonna project.
Touch my robe.
Oh! I feel like we
And then we ride on our
That's how it
magical
cuts.
contraption that never worked.
Right, and we go back to...
Yeah, that never worked.
It worked,
It worked, but you guys were like...
That was a good
I
time.
remember that.
There's
was a good
like
time.
five teenage.
Let me
stage
show you the
crews,
present,
like,
and then me and Jacob were just standing there. And it's like,
and no, like, and
That was too
Jacob
funny.
would try so hard to like improv. He'd be like, whoa, what is that?
what are you
Like,
showing me?
We talked about Christmas Carol with Jacob on the last
We
episode.
did.
Callback,
It's
it's
a
an Easter
legendary
egg.
show,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
It was doing musical numbers.
Yeah.
It was. That
Wow.
was crazy. That show, bro.
It was nuts.
And you were lighting
you,
for
you
that,
just
right?
being in the like.
No, you were AD?
Yeah.
AD.
Yeah, I was. I don't think they call it that in theater though.
Okay,
I
what
think I
is?
was just an assistant director.
Oh, well, I mean, same acronym.
It is the same
but I don't
acronym,
think they.
though.
I don't think they call it that in theater. I think it's
Just call it assistant director. It's kind of
They'd be
lame,
like,
though.
I know. Because they don't. I mean, I guess they do call a stage manager like an SM sometimes.
Yeah, they do.
What's the translation of a cinematographer for theater?
Were you an ASM then?
Probably just like,
No, ASM
like
is
the
different.
technical director, probably making sure like just looks right.
What are you asking?
It's a good question. What would be like the cinematographer equivalent in theater?
Oh,
And I said probably like the technical director.
I don't think so. I feel like it'd just be the regular director because they're the
Like that's
who
what
do
I
the
thought
blocking.
too. But like,
No, but blocking's like a.
but it's like the
that's a director
cinematographer
thing.
is like, you know, framing the shot, making sure it, like looks right, making sure the people like look right in it, right? So like,
Yeah, who sets the frame of
because
the
it's like
stage?
the director doesn't do that. Like the director is like dealing with the like blocking of the actors and shit. So then like the technical director, if you're thinking about it in like a cinematography way.
I think the
I'll-
set
I'll-
designer.
I like that.
Yeah,
Maybe the set
maybe.
designer.
I was
Maybe
thinking
I
about the
feel
set, whoever the set designer
Yeah,
is.
like production designers.
That would be the
like that.
production designer. Oh!
Good question.
Nice.
But also a lot of the time shows are filmed, so I guess you could
It's
say
a,
you might
it's
actually
a,
have
it's a good
cinematographer.
thinker to leave your viewers with.
And that's what we're leaving you with.
That is exactly
tonight.
what we're going to leave you with. Thank you for joining us on our 51st
Oh,
episode of Starbound
51st.
Podcast. Our next episode will be our last episode. It's so
Oh.
tragic.
Aww.
Many
Wow.
tears. I'm probably gonna have to fight Kevin and whoever survives.
We are
There's
just
gonna be
having
a
a
fist
battle.
fight next episode. You heard it
Fist
here
fights.
first. They're gonna papa.
There's
And
gonna
so
be a
we go
nude
out.
scene as well. So
Rings
it's gonna be
allowed.
crazy. Yeah, it's gonna be whack. But we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you so much for joining us,
Thank
Emmy,
you.
because you're so fantastic.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you,
guys.
Emmy.
It was an honor and a pleasure.
Great.
Thank you so
Great
much.
special guest. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one. It's your homie, King Kaja.
Cough Drippy,
And Emmy.
and our omnipresent being.
Maxie.
You heard that. You heard
Boy.
that good shot.
2 Chainz.
Bye. Let's go smoke.
That was a great one.